calling, it whispers in the breeze.
An ancient sort of siren shivers in the trees.
A shanty sung by heroines and heroes lost to time.
It promises adventures for those who pay it love.
That advantage to your role, though the journey takes its toll. We shall stay hardy, friends remain while facing foes to the dungeons and the dragons we will roam. That advantage.
We're literally live.
With what? Really?
I'm joking.
Bitch.
Sorry.
What
did you do? Sorry. My bad.
Right as we were going live.
Sorry. Before we go live, well, sorry.
Oh no, we're already live.
Okay.
Do the rest of us need to take our headsets off, and this is just something?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. But I was just wanting to ask some clarification. Because with Hiro joining and everything, I just want to make sure I have timelines correct. But Crimson was part of a different mercenary group from Hiro during their little glory days, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because one of your little NPCs may be running around. It is
Oh yeah, let's go.
I just
Lord.
want to bring that up just in case.
Let's go lore drop, baby.
Okay, but you know, that's minor spoilers. Just I want to make sure everybody is prepared appropriately. But without further ado, I guess we can roll to see who does the recap.
Oh god.
Roll that d20, baby.
Oops, I forgot to put my VTT up, so give me a second.
I'm not in. Hold on.
Slacking.
I know, I was actually slacking. I actually
Oh,
realized.
actually, I don't have mine up either. Sorry, I had the real D&D up, but not the.
Ain't me.
17.
It might be actually be me this time.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Let's see it, Sean.
Hold on. I'm entering D&D. Give me a minute.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm only rolling one now. God. Damn it.
Oh no, did you roll it?
They rolled a 3.
Oh no.
Well, Sean.
Oh, for a second I was like 14. I'm like, that's not even my dice.
Oh, nice. That's cute.
Come on,
I love my
unicorn
dice.
dice.
I feel like this.
17!
I feel like this is a.
3 17s! Oh my gosh!
I feel like this is
Lyanna-
appropriate though.
Yeah, Lyanna's
You guys
unicorn
just
dice.
split off from the party.
Yeah.
We all rolled the same thing. You're all in sync.
Oh, is it the 3 that are together too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are
The synergy is awesome.
Synergy, yeah.
y'all are synced up like a period.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's true. Lyanna Crimson and Heroes periods are all synced up.
Yeah, heroes periods are awesome.
Okay, Brandon, let's hear it.
All
Recap.
right. Well, we had made it to the group of us, excluding Robin, made it to the I don't know if there's an actual name for it. It was a halfway. I was gonna say halfway house.
Yes. I mean, basically.
Yeah, it was like a roadhouse. I think it was
yes.
called Roadhouse, something Roadhouse.
Yes, it was called Karnath Roadhouse.
Thank you. Which was kind of like a dump, but it was fine because it's in the middle of like a marsh called the Dead Men. But we stopped there. We were kind of regrouping for a second because we were debating if we want to continue forward or kind of wash up. We decided to wash up. As the group was washing up, Bromwynn wanted to double check and see if there was a route that was easiest to get to a nearby castle, and he was kind of lying his way through, shocker. And he was able to discover that there is a underground passageway that is guarded that's being guarded through this roadhouse, which we come to find out is a pathway to bring in like treasure or gold or gifts or something, like some sort of packages, because they were expecting a package, which I had to lie and say got lost. After some conversations and like a vote from the group, we figured that Damien, who is in search for Josephine really bad, would go with Bromwynn to the tunnel because it would be quicker, and kind of scout out the castle because they're probably the best to do that anyways. And Lyanna, Hiro, and Crimson would go through the mirror on foot just because the castle would not be expecting it, especially from the marsh, and to to be split up. So we did that. We met something Strongjaw. Does that sound familiar? Or Chatterjaw? Snapjaw. We met a lizard folk named Snapjaw whenever Bromwynn and Damien made it out of this like tunnel, and he sent us to the castle through a riverboat, and said that there is a issue with the castle because Vornath, is that the right word? Verthnar? What's the guy's name?
Wait, one more time?
They said that the castle is being infiltrated or being consumed by Billywugs. Farflex. So yeah.
Farblex Splattergoo.
Yeah. And also there is a bunch of what he called, I think, purple cloaks, which we know what those are. Those are high-ranking members of the cult. And he was worried. He just wants the castle back he just wants the castle back because their god they worshipped, which is a black dragon named, what was his name? I thought it was Varagamanther. That's what it is, Varagamanther. Inhabited that castle, but now they don't know where he's at. And Bromwynn was able to persuade him that if he got the lizard folks to help rebel, that they could help take over the castle, and they could get rid of the cult. And we're trying to take a huge chunk of the cult out here at this castle. And then Lyanna, Crimson, and Hiro went on foot. They saw some will-o'-the-wisp that they ignored, and I don't think they made it to the castle yet.
Timelines are kind of not something,
because we're 2 days ahead of them.
Yes.
And Robin's one day ahead of us.
You guys.
No,
Robin's
2 days.
2 days ahead of you guys.
So Robin, meta no meta, we all know she's at the castle, but we don't know she's at the castle, right?
Yes, your characters do not know.
Yes, we don't know. Actually, I don't even think we're really looking for Robin, to be honest. So,
no.
Yep, sounds about right.
Come on.
But yeah, Robin is 2 days ahead of Bromwynn and Damien, who is 2 days in front of Crimson, Lyanna, Hiro, so they would be 4 days behind Robin. I think they actually just made it to where the lizard folk camp was, on the outside of that tunnel.
Oh, the Team B?
Yeah, they had hit the
Team
camp,
B,
and
yeah.
also similarly to you guys had enlisted the help of some lizard folk to get across the river to the castle.
Yeah. All that.
So we'll line up the timelines on this episode like we were going to do last episode, and then you guys split the party again.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We'll make it through this together.
It seems to be a theme with splitting parties right now.
Yeah.
Here and in Critical Role.
But yeah, so we're here at Castle Naerytar, which I guess I could pull up the art of it one more time just so we can have another look-see at this, like, dump of a castle. Like, giving the title castle is honestly a little generous. It's mostly in ruins covered in, like, moss and mud and creeping vines and falling apart in places with these, like, little, like, lean-tos and, like, straw huts built haphazardly on the outskirts surrounding it, which seems to be mostly inhabited with, like, the bullywugs and lizard folk. But we will start with, I guess, Bromwynn and Damien, I think will be easiest.
Well, okay.
Yes. So, just because Robin's already kind of uncovered a lot of this castle, just for the sake of the fog and making sense and all that, to help with the meta and all that. But, approaching this castle, Bromwynn and Damien, you're kind of, like, led by Snapjaw into the castle proper, kind of, like, lazily, like, he's like, okay, see you guys later, and kind of travels into the castle. as you're kind of approaching the castle, you don't really see any cultists inside. And if you ask Snapjaw, like, where are all the cultists, he'll like say something like, "Ah, yeah, the city people don't really like the swamp with the bugs and stuff, so they mostly stay inside." But as you kind of approach, there's like 2 bullywug guards at the door where you guys kind of stand. And they kind of leer at you a little suspiciously, but don't stop you as you kind of come in, if you so desire.
So who's saying this?
Snapjaw. Let me grab him.
He's still around. He's the one
he's
that
like
left.
he's kind of like walking into the castle, not really guiding you at this point. He's like, "Okay, it's yours," and like it's kind of like saying, "You can come in" or whatever. But he's like kind of looks like he's off, like on his own little like path here, like kind of traveling into the castle, not really expecting you to follow him specifically. But it's like, "Yeah, you can come in." And you see, because of his like kind of guiding you into the castle, these 2 like little like bullywug guards at the door are not like stopping you. Like they're like, okay, like they're glaring at you, but like they're not like stopping you from entering. You kind of get the idea that like because Snapjaw kind of like led you guys to this point, like they're not like at arms. So you're free to enter the castle, while Snapjaw kind of like scurries ahead.
Okay. I'll message Damien. Are you sure you want to do this? This is going to get extremely dangerous from here on out.
Be it like do this with you, not really, but like do this for the greater good. Yeah.
I will kind of just like look forward then and just walk through.
Alright. So this first kind of like room you enter is kind of like mud covered, but you do see that there's like these kind of like wooden planks kind of like set up like along this like really muddy floor that you kind of get the idea that probably the more humanoid inhabitants of this castle kind of put in place, because you see like these little like bullywugs in this little entrance area, like these little guards are kind of like up to their eyeballs in the mud and just kind of glaring at you as you like walk past on this like little like wooden platform. And I will say throughout this castle, because it is quite large and kind of hard to see in some spots, that any set of stairs I kind of have like marked with like these little like pins here, just so it's a little easier to see. So anytime you see like one of these like little pins, that means there's stairs there.
Okay, that makes sense.
And these stairs are leading upwards to like kind of like a what's the word? Like on the castle top, the rooftop, where like little guards are like with arrows and stuff. Yeah, terrace is good enough. Yeah, like whenever you guys had been walking up to the castle, there had been like a series of little like bullywug archers at the top of the castle, and kind of presume that these stairs lead to that little like terrace where they had been kind of like keeping watch with their little crossbows.
All right.
You guys are traveling deeper into the keep.
Yes. So I guess we just walk through here.
Yeah, go for it. The little bullywugs are glaring at you, but not stopping you. And as you kind of like travel down this like little like wooden pathway, you come across this very long hallway with like a series of little like notches in the wall that look like it could be a place for more archers to kind of shoot through. Could be a place for more archers. But let me see. Bromwynn, like your passive like perception, you can kind of like look inside those holes and see there's not really anybody like keeping a super stringent watch. Like they seem to be mostly relying on like the bullywugs outside and at this entrance. So it doesn't look like there's any archers currently like on shift in this little hallway. As you guys kind of continue deeper into the castle.
I would like to message Damien.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they not take tactical advantage of these points?
I was muted.
Uh-oh. Damien said.
Oh, wait, no, what points?
There are archery holds throughout this corridor here. However, they're not occupied by anybody.
Could be that they aren't expecting anyone. They are in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
So there's stairs or this corridor, correct?
Yeah, so the stairs you kind of presume, like, just based on, like, approaching the castle, you'd see a little terrace where the little archers were standing. You kind of assume leads up to that little, like, terrace where they had been keeping watch, and then there's just this long hallway that eventually turns to the left, like, a this way, where Snapshot you kind of see is, like, kind of turning the corner a little bit.
And what did he say again before he told us to follow him, or he's just walking around?
Oh, he's just walking. He assumes that you have your own agenda, and he has his. So, like, you get the idea just based on, like, and being like, oh, yeah, all the city people are inside. Like, you get the idea that they're doing their own thing in the castle, and the lizard folk and bullywug are doing their own thing inside the castle. As he's kind of, like, just kind of traveling lazily ahead, like, not really looking back at you guys at this point.
Damien ran ahead, I guess. Is that what that is?
I'm following him. I have full faith that he knows what he's doing. Yes.
I'll follow Damien, like, slowly, but I'll send him another message. We need to try to locate the dungeons. If they have captured Josephine and they need her, then they will have her there.
As you kind of turn this corner in this hallway, this little main area of the castle kind of opens up, where, like, the ceiling is, like, pretty much all caved in.
Shit.
There's a fuck ton of people in here. Let's see, I think that's everything uncovered that you can see at this point with your kind of point of view. There we go. Okay, so as you kind of, like, turn this corner, you have this giant corridor, or, like, this giant, like, open, like, area, this little common area, and as you kind of, like, step around this corner, Snapjaw's gonna kind of, like, come around over here. There's, like, two bullywugs kind of, like, sitting at this, like, little bench, kind of, like, lazily eating, like, some sort of, like, porridge of some sort, but it looks like really way darker brown than any sort of porridge you know. It looks like they're straight up eating, like, mud. But you're not sure, like, what they're really eating.
Delicioso.
Yeah. You see, like, two, like, little, like, lizard folk here.
Porridge.
It looks like they're, like, practicing, like, sword fighting with these swords that you've seen, like, most of these, like, lizard folk outfitted with who don't seem very equipped to deal with it. But you do see these guys are actually attempting to, like, learn how to spar. Not very well. They don't really look like they're knowing what to do. But they're trying. I mean, there's an attempt being made. And then you see, actually, like, this cultist and, like, lizard folk, like, kind of, like, chatting over here. And then most importantly, you see a elf over here, kind of leaning against this, like, barrel, talking to three familiar faces that you had seen.
No, it's them.
You've been traveling with. You see Callie and Okina and, oh god, what's her name? Vale. Talking to this elf here. And he is dressed in, like, this, like, scaled armor, eye patch over one eye, with a long purple cape that is not pictured in his little character art, but is a long purple cape.
Purple!
He's also wearing. And you see he's kind of, like, talking with these women here.
Ooh, ugly!
Very ugly for an elf. You kind of notice with your passive perception.
In my loud ass comment.
Yeah. Yep. And then if you guys can make I guess perception checks or insight checks to see if you can glean anything further. Just initial, like, walking into this area.
Man, I'm amazing at those.
Perception or what now?
Yeah,
Perception or insight.
Thank you.
Please.
my specialty.
Wow.
You guys are in sync too!
We're on our periods
God.
together!
Wow! Okay, yeah. I have a question. Going into this chamber really quick. How are you guys dressed once more? Just for the sake of this.
I think we're wearing the
you
robes
guys are
and
wearing,
the mask, right?
Yeah, robes and
mask.
cultist mask, right?
Yeah, I think we're dressed up just like
Both of
them,
you?
right?
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yes. So I will say, you see some cultists are like wearing masks and capes. A lot of them not so much. Like you see like Callie and Okina, like these girls, like they are not wearing any sort of like uniform whatsoever. But you get the idea that this guy's probably like fussing at them for not being like dressed like appropriately. And I'm like, oh, it's so ugly. Like you kind of pick that up. But I do have one further question. Damien, besides being like a Dhampir, is he like, would he like be like at a glance passes like a half elf, a full elf, a human? Or does he have really long pointed ears, or?
That he does have pointed ears.
Yes,
He would pass off more as an elf, if
a
anything.
full elf or a half elf?
Aren't his ears like the same size as Bromwynn's?
That's what I was wanted. That's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify, because that will possibly be. He's
He's a. I guess with a mask, at a glance, you could definitely think he's an elf. But
Okay, gotcha. All right, that's all I want to know. But yeah, this open corridor is kind of yours. As you kind of enter, you see there is a door here that Snapjaw seems to be leading towards. Another door here. You hear the sounds of large creatures scuffling over here. I mean, a very large door that you kind of presume might be a stable of some sort. And then a door here, and a door here. And then one more door here that looks like it has fallen off of its hinges and it's just been left there as kind of like a walkway to keep mud at bay a little bit, leading deeper into the castle.
I asked Snapjaw, where would the dungeon be?
Dungeon?
The dungeon.
You mean like where all the goods are going?
The prisoners.
Prisoners?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
prisoners.
upstairs.
Roll
Yeah,
roll my eyes behind this mask. Like, why? Why would they be upstairs?
Do you want me to lead you? I don't think there's anybody in there right now, though. I mean, at least last I checked. I mean, it's been like a day or two.
Chore.
Yeah? Okay. Let me verify my maps really quick.
I have bad vision. Where's the boss man?
He is over here, talking to the three girls.
I see.
Did I put a little marker? Can you guys see the little red marker around him?
Around who? The boss?
Yes.
No.
Oh, interesting.
No,
Okay.
no, wait. I can see the. Me,
Here we
Shitaki
go.
can see him.
There it is.
Me, Shitaki
is.
can see him. Damien said that out loud.
Okay, yeah, no. I just wanted to, because I'm trying to keep auras around yourselves and then like
Important
key
people.
NPCs at play. I should probably put an aura around Snapchat, honestly, at this point.
The boss man looks like the guy I cosplay from Game of Thrones. Hey.
He does a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Shit, no.
Alright, but Snapshot's like, yeah, I can lead you there. Let me just put a little aura on him, just so he's a little easier to see too. Okay. And then let me verify the correct stairwell. Because there's so many stairs on this place, which makes sense. But it is a hassle trying to find which one is the correct one. Okay, perfect. Alright. So he will lead you kind of actually through the door that he was kind of already heading towards.
Very convenient.
And he will
Very
go in
convenient.
here. Yes. And then reveal.
Let there be sight.
Yes. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. And he will be like, there's a bunch of lizard folk in here in this area. It seems like this is actually a blacksmithing area, where they are kind of shaping these like metal weapons with like the scraps they found around the castle. You do see a staircase here that he does kind of pass by, and he goes further into this little area, opens a door here, and kind of leads you to what seems to be like a resting area of sort that is also filled with more lizard folk who kind of like look at the two appearing these two cultists basically following him like very suspiciously. And he's like, oh, they're fine, just grumpy. And you see they kind of go back to like their meals and like cards, and leads you to a staircase right here going up to the second floor.
God, I'm so anxious. Uh-oh.
You should. I've never heard of an upstairs dungeon before.
Literally.
Let's see.
Did you change the map?
I did.
Almost. Loading.
It's working. This is just such a big map.
Yeah.
Big
where
map,
are your
big
tokens?
map.
Oh, here we are.
Or by the
I put them
like
on
moat
here earlier.
or
There we
something.
go. Yeah, I just put them off to the side just so you guys could have visuals here. Where's Snapjaw? He's over here somewhere, right? Maybe. Where is he? Maybe. Do I not have any lizard folk on this part of the map? Okay, hold on. Let me find Snapjaw.
They all deserve to be downstairs.
What do you say?
Here he is. Boop. Okay, Snapjaw. Okay. And then
Ugh.
this is why I don't ever use fog. This is so annoying. This is so much easier in person. Let's see. Circle.
Yeah, but then you have to actually go.
I know. Okay. So Snapjaw actually leads you up to this second floor, this tower. And it does seem like there's more stairs that continue even further up in this kind of like almost like spiral staircase. But you see there are two cells in this little area here and here. And he's like, this is, I guess, technically the dungeon. This is where we were told to put troublemakers, but we haven't had any yet. Maybe, you know, they're still young.
Yeah. You've had no one in here at all.
Yeah.
So what have you guys been doing here?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh,
And an insight check at once. Oh, okay. Go ahead and make an insight check too.
Nice.
I'm amazing at those.
Oh!
0.
Well, it's a good thing that you rolled so high on your persuasion.
That is so funny.
You see he immediately kind of stiffens up, and then he's like, you were the one saying that we should rise up against the bullywugs, right? That was your idea, right? Yeah, like points like a little like clawed finger at you.
Where are you getting at with this information?
Well, the idea of us rising up against the bullywugs may not be a new train of thought. Let's see. We have been kind of accumulating some things, if you will. And he'll be like, here, I'll show you what we're actually like mostly using this area for. And he's gonna like open up this like grate here to the cell, and then there you notice actually there's another door back here that's kind of like hidden behind some crates that he kind of shoves. And
Like Shawshank?
yeah. Let's see. And he leads you into this area that kind of is a lot warmer than the previous room. And you realize you're kind of like above the blacksmith area, and that was like the kind of the staircase that you guys had passed earlier. And you see in this corner there's like a big tarp, and he kind of pulls this tarp away, and you see like all this like armor and weapons and stuff just kind of all piled up in this like corner. And he's like, so we're only supposed to have like, you know, a certain amount of like weapons and armor, you know, something they can keep track of, you know, so we don't get, you know, too powerful and stuff like that. So we've been kind of like accumulating things, you know, in preparation, because, you know, only certain people are allowed to have weapons. You see he has like this like little dagger. He's like, I don't really, you know, this is all I'm allowed, because I'm technically a spellcaster, and, you know, they don't want to give weapons to the spellcasters. But, you know, I mean, I'm not really like a spellcaster, not really. I mean, I just listen to the wind. But anyways, that's besides the point. But yeah, we've been trying to, you know, accumulate, you know, some, you know, swords, armor, and stuff like that we can give to the people who aren't allowed to have the weapons, so they can outfit themselves for when the time comes. It's just, kind of been difficult to convince a lot of my folk to go up in arms. They've been a little reticent.
How
And you didn't hear any of this from me. I never told you any of this.
how exactly are you expecting everyone to come up this tiny corridor to equip themselves?
Well, I mean, whenever the time comes, we're gonna, do it in the dead of night, and we'll distribute them. They don't have to come up here to do it, And plus, we're mostly in charge of the blacksmithing itself, so it wouldn't be weird for your, a couple of lizard folk to come and go with, more and more metal and stuff. We'd just be saying, oh, we're going to take this into the horde, or we're going to go and give this to so-and-so. I mean, it's very loose. There's not any concrete plans yet. I mean, like I said, there's only, a handful of us who are, actually been kind of doing this. There's a lot of them are kind of worried about Varagamonther's rage, and more importantly, Farblex.
So, if you haven't captured anybody, that
was a cultist idea. The cultists have that room. I mean, it's whatever.
But why haven't they captured anybody? I know what you're doing here. What are they doing here?
The city people don't like coming into the swamp. I think that's the whole point of you city folk coming in here in the first place. Is you're trying to do something surreptitious. That's the right word, right? That's secretive, Yeah. I realized I didn't say that. He's a little small boy. He should word like that.
now, Snapjaw. Do any of the higher ups know of you?
I mean, they know that I'm one of those druid lizard folk, maybe. They wouldn't know my name, I don't think, but I think they might recognize my face.
That won't work then.
I mean, not really. I mean, that guy that we saw down there, that ugly elf, I don't think he would recognize me. He doesn't really care to. But, the man with the fire hair or, the purple mage lady, maybe? They seem a little bit more perceptive. But I don't really talk with them or, I've only seen them in passing.
We need to speak to them in regards to this, text that they have for some reason needing translating.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a job for the purple lady.
The purple lady?
Mm-hmm.
Who would be?
She's the mage. She kind of mostly stays in the library. I don't really know. What's her name?
There's a library in this castle?
Yes! It's actually really well kept because of the purple lady. And I guess the fire guy too. He kind of likes the library too.
I'll message
He
Damien.
doesn't look like it. Yes.
I'll message Damien. If they haven't found any captors and Josephine isn't here, we can at least try to gather some information in a library that they're restoring. They'll definitely have books that will be aligned with their attempts at doing whatever they're doing. Perhaps we can gain further insight. And then by the time the others show up, maybe we'll have all the information we can gather out of this place and leave.
Leave?
At least out of the castle.
We'll figure out what to do after we find out what they're doing.
Snapjaw, can you take us to this purple librarian?
I don't know if I'll be allowed.
We'll be allowed. Just get us near. We'll be allowed, just get us near.
Oh, yeah, you guys probably will be fine, but me? None of the lizard folk are allowed over there.
I will speak on your behalf. You will be fine. Just lead us there.
Okay. Going off of your earlier 23 persuasion check, because you see he doesn't really want to do this at all, but he's like, if you say so, and he'll actually head back down this staircase instead, leading down into the blacksmith once more. Hello? You want to load? Man,
it's loading.
I'm so mad at these maps.
To be fair, this map is like gargantuan.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. Okay, there you guys are. Boom. Kind of come down the stairs here, and he leads you back out the door here from all these like lizard folk who are just staring at you, Snapjaw, kind of confused. And Snapjaw's like, "Oh, they're fine." And you kind of see them kind of go back to their blacksmithing, and he will lead you this way, and you see the conversation with this elf and Callie and Okina has gotten a little bit more heated. And as you guys are kind of like walking back towards this back corner here, he pays you guys like no mind whatsoever because they are kind of like enraptured in this conversation going back and forth. And you see they seem to be like, "You can't be talking about Vale like that, you fucking dick. I don't care who you are." And he's like, "I'm your superior." Like, they seem to be getting into this like kind of like huge like argument. And you see these like two girls are like kind of like jabbing their fingers at like this person who seems to be like their superior, who seems to be getting like really pissed off at them. You see their gnomish companions kind of like tugging on like their sleeves, like, "No, it's fine, come on," and like trying to like drag them away. These two girls are like jabbing their fingers at him. As you guys are kind of like,
I'm gonna pat like Bromwynn, and I'm practically gesturing that I want to interrupt. I wanna like join in on this. This sounds fun.
Where are you going?
I gesture towards the argument. I mean, we might as well like cover more ground.
I'll let a deep sigh, but I'm not gonna let him lose the course of me needing to go to this library.
Yeah. You go to the library. I'm gonna talk to these people.
you guys are splitting up.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We split up further.
Again.
It again.
All right, Snapshot.
Kate is leaving.
Everything's one on.
Now Robin is 2 days ahead of Bromwynn, who's technically now like a day and a half in front of everyone else, and Damien is like maybe a day and a quarter in front of Lyanna, and then Hiro got stuck in the mud for a second, so now he's about 3 days behind. And, like,
Yep. That's what it's gonna turn into.
Okay. We'll resolve the thing with Damien first. So as you kind of approach, you see these girls are like, "You can't fucking talk to her like that. I don't care who you think you are." And he's like, "I'm your superior." And she's like, they're like, "We don't give a fuck who you are. You can't talk to her like that."
Ladies, gentlemen. He kind of like try to get the attention of everyone.
You see the two girls immediately kind of like fall silent and kind of like a deference to you. And you see this elven man kind of look at you with like a sneer. He's like, "What do you want, mongrel?"
He looks right. When our queen said to cause chaos and disarray among the mortal realm, they did not mean us as well. What is going on here?
And you see these two girls kind of glance over at him and look over at you. You want to make an insight check.
I'm amazing at those, clearly. This is the third insight. How many insight checks?
You know, it was cute because when you were like, "I'm not good at these," it would be fun. It'd be funny because it'd be good. Now you're just not actually good at them. Now you're just actually being bad at them.
You see them kind of looking back and forth between you two, and you get the idea that they're like sizing you up, but between these two, like as like, "Oh yeah, like, are they brothers?" Like, it's weird. Like, they seem to be like comparing the two of you, in a weird way. But they kind of like kind of are looking back and forth between you two, before they kind of say, "Well, this racist jerkwad is being an asshole to Vale, and we weren't gonna let that stand." And Vale's like, "It's fine. I don't care about what some fucking stupid jerk elf thinks about me." And then the two of them are like, "We're stupid jerk elves, and we're not gonna let you talk to you like that." You see him kind of like roll his eye, like he's like doesn't really care. This is kind of like crossing his arms, leaning back.
These conversations are more fitting for those that are less than the children of Tiamat now.
This is the first person
What
who's
were you-
spoken elf, and it's some freaking half-breed. Okay. Yeah, come on, go on into the kitchen. A lot of you.
Damn.
Woo! Things are getting too spicy for the pepper.
Yeah. You see these
Right.
two. You see Vale like trying to drag them like to follow his orders as these two girls are kind of like hesitating and kind of like.
Before they leave,
Mhm.
I will tell the elf right in front of the women, right? I will say, by the way, before next time you call me a mongrel, do not mistake my passivity, my civility for passivity. I can and will kill you the next time you. Yeah, the next time you insult me.
Make an intimidation check, and I will say do so with advantage as Callie kind of like whispers over to this
Okay,
elven
lucky.
man.
Lucky.
You have advantage. Oh, you did roll with advantage. Oh,
Oh,
I read the 13.
oh,
I read the I rolled a 13.
do we really?
no.
Okay,
We have the
13.
party split 4 ways right now, don't we?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
and
And as we know of recent things, that always works out really well.
Okay, so you roll this intimidation
Wasn't
check with
my idea.
advantage as Callie kind of like lean forwards and whispers to this gentleman. What is his stupid name? He has some stupid elvish name. She'll kind of like lean forward as like
John.
Sir Borngray, you know who this guy's dad is, right? And after you say this, and he kind of looks over at you, and he's like, I don't care who his dad is. He's a freaking half-breed. I don't care who he thinks he is. But he does have a point. Go on.
Alright.
Petty squabbles like this are below us. And again, like gives like a dismissive hand wave to the two of them, and they kind of like scowl before kind of like glancing over at you one more time before letting out like big sighs.
He
Sorry.
looks at the three of them and he just says, I'll deal with this.
You see the two girls kind of like give, or all three of them honestly give you like a little like nod of like kind of appreciation as they kind of like continue further in and go through this door here that Drailmore, this elven man who they had kind of referred to as Borngray, had said this was the kitchen, so they're going into the kitchen, it looks like.
I'm so,
I cross my arms.
so anxious.
I cross my arms and I say, you know you can't insult every help that we get. You don't have the right to judge. We're hiring bullywogs for our work.
Oh, trust me, I would rather eat my own boot than give them any leeway, but they are helpful where it counts, I suppose.
Yes, and to make sure that they remain helpful, let's not do that. Anyways, what have you been doing in this fort?
Mostly just holding down the fort. I mean, trying to keep the peace here between said bullywugs and the lizards amongst our folk. It's been tenuous, but we're making do now that we've kind of established roots.
They turned you into the diplomat.
You said who?
You're the diplomat between the two groups.
The three groups. He'll say. Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to be anywhere but here, but the faster we finish our job here, the faster we can leave.
And how goes the job?
I mean, as of late, it's been more or less peaceful outside of the stench and mud, and kind of like kicks like a splash of mud off in like the direction.
Yes, sir. As you can see, I came with a compatriot here. We represent our brothers at... Are we west or east?
You are right now are like pretty much as far west as you can get in the Sword Coast.
We represent our brothers from the east. Our mission here is to make sure that you leave this castle as soon as possible, so we can finally find you a task worthy of your skills. He rolls his eyes as he says that, but
roll a deception check, and instead of hoping for something high, rolling an even number will result in one thing, and rolling an odd number will result in a different assumption that this man is about to make, because saying you're from the east could mean many different things. Okay. And he's kind of gonna raise an eyebrow and kind of like lean forward a little bit, like inspecting you very closely with his like one eye. He's like, your disguise is quite good if you're part of Rath Modar's gang. It's gonna like kind of like go reach for a tug of like your hair a little bit, like kind of like tug on a strand of your hair.
He moves
like
back.
A furrowed brow. Oh, okay.
Even amongst our siblings, this task of ours is quite covert.
All right.
We didn't realize how important the task at hand here is, and how delicate.
Yeah, I mean, you are the careful bunch. I mean, if you want to go talk to your people, they're around the corner. And he kind of gestures in the direction that you saw Bromwynn disappear into.
May him and I have a room here. You might stay here overnight.
Let's see. I mean, I am kind of short on private rooms at the moment. Roll a persuasion check.
Are we dead ass? You know what? I'm burning another lucky.
Yeah.
25.
Okay.
That luck point saved you.
Yeah.
True.
He was like, well, you can join your compatriots in the central tower. Or if you wish to sleep with the rest of our brethren, there is a public room. And then we do have like one last private room, but nobody's wanted to go in there because it's kind of infested with giant centipedes. If you want to deal with that, you can have the private room all to yourself.
Let the bully walks deal with it. What are they gonna do? It's been
You're just full of good ideas. I see why we're allying with you folk now. Thayans really know what you're doing.
Man.
So you see, this man has assumed that you and Bromwynn are Thayans.
Yeah, I was
Got your deception check by saying we're your allies from the east. He has assumed you and Bromwynn are Thayans in very good disguises.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, yeah.
But he seems to be like, yeah, castle's yours.
Thank you.
Full of good ideas, and you see him point at the two bullywugs who've been kind of like eating this questionable mud / chowder / poo. I don't know. He's like, and he's like, you two, go clear out the northwest tower. And they're like, but I thought you said that you wanted the newbies to do it. And they're like, no, I want you two to do it now. And he's like, snaps. And they're like, oh, and the two of them get up from their bowls and start heading this away towards the northwest.
My bowl of poo better be there when I get back.
Literally.
Oh, don't worry, it will be.
My partner is a bit less subtle than I am, so I need to check up on him, make sure he didn't burn any books. And he tends to be a bit overzealous with knowledge.
Understandable. He kind of gives you a nod before kind of like turning back. Let's see. What is he gonna turn his attention to? Probably these like lizard folk who are like really poorly smart. And he's like, "Hey, you two, come on, pick it up!" And he starts like barking orders at them instead. While that was happening. Oh yes, go ahead.
I do expect. Can you please make sure it's clean? The road here has already been. Well, you've lived here for a while.
Yeah. With your persuasion check from earlier and kind of mentioning how gross the castle is, he kind of like lets out this deep suffering sigh and he's like, yes, I will. I've trust me, I have plenty of blue bugs to spare for such an endeavor. All right.
See, I'm fine. We're fine. We're Thanos now.
How many luck points did we just burn through in that single conversation?
2 luck points. I have 1 left.
You skate in dangerous waters.
Right. So while that was happening, Bromwynn and Snapjaw, you guys kind of continue. Snapjaw kind of leads you up to this like fallen over door where it's just kind of being loosely guarded by like a cultist, and he's like, the Surge wants to talk to the purple lady. And you see this like cultist kind of like with his mask on, kind of has his arms crossed. He's like, why does he want to talk to Mondath? Kind of looking over, kind of talking, not really at Snapjaw, more so at Bromwynn, kind of looking past Snapjaw to like talk directly at Bromwynn.
I have information I believe to be crucial, and I would like to make sure that it aligns with what you have been receiving as well. Subtlety is of the utmost importance in this matter, and I expect you to understand that.
Roll a deception check. I'll say so with advantage since Snapjaw's there.
Classic Snapjaw moment.
Come on, classic Snapjaw.
Hey,
Okay. Yeah, you see him kind of like let out a yawn behind, like barely managing to like really cover it, even though he's wearing the mask still. And he's like, okay, yeah, go ahead. He'll let you pass. Just make sure you let the Drake sniff you before going too far into the chamber. And kind of gestures very lazily, and you're like, the Drake, what are you talking about? And as you kind of
I do be
chamber,
like that.
Yeah. You see the Drake in question.
oh shit.
Is sitting right here in the corner of this room,
Of course he is.
kind of at the ready. And you see there are a couple in here. He's like, yeah, you might want to like let them all kind of like give you a little sniff.
Do I get a feeling what they're sniffing for?
Recognition of your scent. You get the idea, even amongst the cultists, a lot of the cultists are not allowed in this area. Between Snapjaw and your really high deception, it seems like they made an exception for you. Like, yeah, seems like he has like some actual information. And who am I to stop him? I'm just some dude.
Okay, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Snapjaw
Robin
kind of is like eyeing this guy too.
Robin has brewed like potions and shit before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like potions and teas and stuff.
Yes.
Can I prestidigitation a scent on me that smells like one of the things, like slightly that she's done before? At like camp or something?
Yeah. I'll say, let's see. Roll an Arcana for, I guess, a performance check? Your choice, depending on how you want to spin it.
Oh.
Arcana?
Fuck. Okay.
Okay. Great. Is there anything in particular you're trying to brew? Like, just like one of her teas, or
I was like, she's always on,
alcohol?
yeah, the tea. I feel like she was
Okay,
always
yeah.
doing in the morning.
It also says it's easy enough to do a little cantrip and all that. We kind of like managed to do that. I will say make an insight or an animal handling check. I had to get a read on this creature as he's sniffing you and Snapjaw, who seems very nervous about this whole situation. That Snapjaw is not comfortable with this guy. Okay,
Natural
very
20.
good. Very nice. Yeah,
Cotton candy dice? I'm so sorry. I'm just so distracted.
they're fuzzy dice.
Yeah. All our dice is really weird looking right now.
Yeah.
We had a fun time.
Exploring dice options.
I love it. I just was like, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I was just like, just fuzzy dice.
Well, a natural 20 on this is great, actually, because this is
thank
going to
God.
tell you exactly what you need to know. There's this little Drake who is sniffing a very nervous Snapjaw, who's kind of like holding a hand out and kind of like, bringing it back and forth before. And like this Drake is sniffing him very aggressively, like all over before kind of sitting back on his haunches, giving a little huff and a snip, like a little sat back on his haunches, and he kind of like looks over at you, gives you like one like little cursory sniff, and then sits back. Which he was sniffing Snapjaw for like a good like 30 seconds. He gave you like one little whiff, and then like kind of sat back down. And you get the impression that like this guy's like, oh, make sure you let the Drake sniff you, which you are realizing here that these Drakes are like, you know, they are making sure who comes back here is who's supposed to be doing so by scent. And you get the idea of him like giving Snapjaw a thorough scan is basically loading him into the system essentially, of the scent-based system. The fact that this Drake kind of gave you like one cursory sniff, you get the idea that this scent is already in this dragon's or this Drake's memory, so he doesn't really need to log you into his little olfactory bio reader. Essentially, your little fingerprint is already loaded into the system. So you get the idea that somebody who either makes a brew identical to Robin's or Robin herself is here within this castle, or at least has been through here.
Of course. Okay.
With a natural 20, like you're like, oh shit, that was a good call because now I know Robin's been through here, because that guy that Drake barely glanced at you, versus Snapjaw. And Snapjaw's like, okay, well, I don't know why I came back here. I don't want to be back here, actually. Do you need me over here? Because, I mean, I think that I haven't actually been back here, but I'm assuming there's, like, a door leading into the central tower. All the important people stay in the central tower.
Is that where this library is as well?
Oh, no, the library's in the, southwest tower.
Very well.
The important people hang out. All the important people are in the central tower, which is probably where she's at. I mean, she's only in the library sometimes, you know. But, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I believe you have things you need to attend to as well, so you're dismissed.
Kinda. Yay! Okay. He's gonna scamper off.
I am going to go to the library. The library.
Okay. Put him in here. Okay, so you kind of come around the corner here, and you see that there is a... Let's see. You see there is a door over here that seems to be, like, crudely and recently have boards, like, hammered into the door, keeping it shut. And then you see another door over here, that is like slightly ajar and has like light pouring through it. You can kind of hear like murmured conversation.
Which one was the one he said leads to the library?
He said the library was in the southwest tower, which is way over here.
Why did he bring me over here if he knew I needed to go to the library?
Well, you said you wanted to talk to the purple lady, and as far as he knows, all the important people stay in this central tower here. So
okay, I'll go to the central tower then.
Or at least this is where she resides, at least.
That's
but
fine.
yeah, there's boarded up door here, and then the door leading into the central tower is kind of ajar, and you can hear like a murmured conversation.
I will head this way. Can I overhear?
And I will say, actually, one last thing. There is also a door here. Technically, it has also been fallen in and kind of used as like a ramp leading into like the next room to kind of like avoid the mud. And there is an atrocious smell coming from it.
Okay. Do I overhear any conversation as I walk through this way?
Yeah, make a perception check. Okay. Yeah, as you're kind of approaching the door, you hear two voices, one feminine and then one that's kind of familiar. Make a history check. It's not going to be a very high DC, but just to see if you recognize either of the voices.
7.
Okay, not great. Yeah, you don't recognize either of the voices. You hear like one like a woman and a man kind of having a conversation, and you hear this woman say, it's like, I don't understand why she's here. Like, all of a sudden, like, I haven't seen her in years, and all of a sudden she's just here now. And the man's like, well, love has a way of making people do stupid things. And if you left without saying anything, I understand why she's pissed. And she's like, hey, well, the whole point was like to avoid all this. You see, there's mostly, it seems to be they're like gossiping about like this woman's love life.
I will turn the corner then, and then as I walk in, I will do like kind of like a bow and address whoever's in front of me. Pardon my intrusion. I bring an urgent request, though.
The reveal thing on here is very annoying. Okay. Well, you see two very familiar faces in very different ways. You see a woman dressed in purple that you haven't seen in ages. Last time you had seen her, or maybe even, I don't know if Bromwynn was the one that specifically saw her. I think Lyanna was the only one that actually saw her, technically.
Let me get a close up of
But
this one.
yeah,
I can post her in the game chat.
yeah,
too.
put it in the
Yeah,
game
because
chat.
I was
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah, so you see this woman, seems to be kind of like a almost middle-aged half-elven woman, dressed in purple robes, and along with a familiar face that you had seen in the tavern back in Waterdeep about a week and a half ago. And he kind of like looks at you in like surprise, like, what are you doing here? Oh wait, no, you have a mask on. Never mind. Very nice.
Mask for mask.
All right. In a different timeline where Bromwynn is not disguised. But yeah, you see,
I recognize him though, right? I recognize him.
You recognize him for sure.
Okay.
The woman in purple, based on your earlier history check, I'll say you don't really like know who she is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't think you actually got a visual on her. But you see this half-elven woman and the wizard from the bar. You see the two of them turn, like, you see, let's see. Yeah, the woman in purple kind of addresses you, and she's like, you said you have important information? Is that what you said?
Why, yes, of course, I have very important information. The most urgent of crises. I haven't been able to locate anybody that was able to translate Primordial, and I was hoping. I am somewhat versed in obtaining language arts myself. If there is perhaps, I could maybe take a look at the translation that is needed, or have access to the library in order to gain further knowledge. I might be able to just do it myself if you would like. It might save us some time in the future, as opposed to having to go and locate somebody that knows this Primordial. It may not be perfect, but I think I could get the point across, no?
Roll a deception check.
Everyone blow on my dice. 18.
You get the idea that you have just missed stepping on a landmine by like inches as this figure in red kind of like leans forward. He's like, where did you hear about this primordial text?
It was something that one of my superiors was able to ask me to do. I'm not sure exactly the utmost details. That's all the information we were given. My superior, however, hasn't made it. The Harpers apprehended him. Don't worry, he took his own life. I don't think they will get the information out of him. Which is why I thought I would come and ask you myself here. God, I love lying.
Yeah. You see this figure in red who's gone from confused to angry, but not at you. Kind of like stroking his chin. And he turns over to Freya. He's like, you don't think that he thought that we were going to fail, do you? And she's like, who knows? He's always prepared for the worst case scenario. I mean, he might have had a backup plan for his backup plan, I guess. And you see this man look even more irritated. He's like, we'll figure it out. I don't know why he's getting more people involved in this than there needs to be. Don't worry about the primordial attacks. We're working on it. Was there anything else more pressing that you need, like, our attention for? I'm sorry that you got dragged into this.
And I'll send her a message.
Okay.
I hope it does not come out of turn, however, I think I should speak to the lady herself, without the prying eyes of this one.
You messaged that to her?
Her.
Okay. You're
skating some waters.
And out
persuasion
loud, as I'm messaging her that, I will out loud be like, perhaps there is some, I just don't want to take up any time that's not available to you. And make a persuasion, you said?
Yeah, make a persuasion check. I was debating if I wanted to give you advantage or disadvantage, because it's interesting. I'll just leave it as straight, because I can't decide.
Okay, that's fine. 17? I'm nervous!
Yeah.
My eyes are certainly squinted right now.
I'm nervous!
Just roll well.
Yeah,
Easy.
she kind of cocks her head a little bit as she receives this message, the only kind of indication that this has happened. And he's like, yes, be on your way. And you see this lady in purple. It's like, yeah, it might be time to actually leave the chambers. I've been here way too long. I'm gonna go library. And he's like, very well, I'm gonna continue with my drink. He has like a little cup of tea that he's been sipping on as he's been thumbing through a book that seemed to have been interrupted by this whole thing.
Not me just going to go hang out in the library with the big bad.
I know, right? All right. But she gets up and she's going to kind of follow you kind of out of the chamber a little bit. And kind of as you guys are leaving this chamber, it's probably whatever Damien's kind of rounding the corner. And she's not going to address.
Are we going the opposite ways?
So she's going to close the door behind her, and she's going to go back the same way that you guys came in. And she's not going to even acknowledge you. She's just walking, and you get the idea if you're going to want to talk to her, she's not acknowledging you. Perhaps to try and save face, or trying to make it not obvious that she left because of you, but she's not even acknowledging you as she's walking. Yes,
I'm following her.
She's not. Yes,
but in a way that I think she wants me to because of the message, not in a sneaky, if that makes sense.
She immediately cut off the conversation with this figure in red, being like, "Okay, I'm going to the library."
Do I see Damien though?
Yes. Yeah. I was gonna say you come around the corner and she kind of gives Damien kind of a cocked head.
I cocked my head back.
I am going to message Damien as I'm walking by him. They think we are here to... I am here to learn the primordial language and attempt to learn what the translation could be. They think our superior is dead, and that is why we are trying to quickly get this done, as opposed to try to find someone that knows this language. What have they told you? Or what have you told them?
Guy at the front thinks we're Thayan, whatever that is.
I know.
I'll keep the story straight and be on your best behavior.
I didn't say we were Thayan. He thought we were Thayan.
That's fine. If we're just gonna lean into it, we're on the same page. I just want to make sure. Okay. I'm gonna continue following her.
Yeah, and she's kind of comes around the corner and kind of passes Damien. She kind of tilts her, looks very confused. Just who? What are you doing back here? Towards Damien.
I'm his partner.
He was one of the only He was one of the only survivors as well in our group.
Okay, we can't be having people coming willy-nilly. And she's gonna pass by. They kind of expect you to kind of follow her before she kind of goes to the guard. And she's like, no one else is to come through here outside of anybody wearing one of these or red. Do you want I make myself clear? And he's like, yes, ma'am. He kind of stands a little straighter.
Now he's not nervous. He's like, purple, red, or clear? Like, what? Which one? Which one?
So many colors.
Yes, there's too many colors.
There's two more colors.
Yes.
right. What is
it? I gotta
Purple
get
and red only.
I gotta get a fan. I'm getting all anxious about
it. Let me take 2 more of these little guys. Put them over here. Let's see. I'm gonna roll some dice for these bullywugs that you had sent to go clear out that room. Let's see. Yeah, they didn't do very well.
Oh, poor guys.
Yeah.
We send more bullywugs.
Yeah. As you guys kind of come around the corner, you see that this elven man is ordering more bullywugs to go and clear out this room because the first 2 did not do a very good job. And they're like, but clearly this is a dangerous situation. We don't want to go and do it. And he's like, did I ask if you wanted to do it? And they're like, and you see he's like bossing them around. And as he's doing this, I'm going to scoot them over a little bit. Our lady in purple here is going to continue through this little courtyard.
Lady in purple.
That's exactly.
She is going to continue through this courtyard, and if either of you guys want to make an insight check for me, as you are kind of like trailing
either or
behind
both.
her. Either one of you guys, or both, whatever.
Okay.
Whoever wants to make an insight check that's present.
Okay, all right,
I did. Yeah.
Not bad.
Damien, you also want to have a crack at it? I've been doing really great with insight lately.
You know what? I'm great at insight.
Stop the joke. Maybe it's not funny. Maybe D&D Beyond doesn't find it funny anymore.
Break that, reverse it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say, Damien, you pick up on this elven man ordering more bullywugs to clear out your guys' room. Whereas Bromwynn, you're kind of paying more attention to the woman before you, and as you kind of pass, she kind of like catches him in her like line of sight. You see her like spine stiffen up a little bit and her shoulders square. You get the idea that this woman does not like him very much. But she's like actively like trying to ignore him, but like by like trying to remain nonchalant. She is very much so chalant.
She's chalant. She's chalant.
Yes. So she's does not like that guy. You immediately read with the 22. Let me see. Where's the staircase? Where's my marker? Isn't it over here? Did I forget to put a marker in here? I did forget to put a marker in here. Haha! I have such good memory. I did it without a marker. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay. Let me just put that in there really quick so I don't forget. Okay. Although clearly I didn't forget because I was so good at it. Okay.
I'm too on edge for this today.
I know. I am trying to debate when to switch over our perspectives here a little bit. Okay, yes, okay. So you guys kind of follow this woman in purple further into the castle, leading into the southwest tower. And as you kind of follow her here, you see kind of opens up into like this like very humble chapel that seems to be kind of like repurposed. Literally looks like there's a giant statue of Tiamat in the middle of this room that has been like kind of placed here, kind of like haphazardly, and it's like very new and pristine compared to everything else in this room. As she kind of like travels through, and you see like this little like cultist is kind of like sitting there praying, and she kind of like passes by without even really like acknowledging them.
As I pass, I'll say in Draconic and do like a bow. Praise be.
She kind of gives a little nod and goes, "Praise be." Back to you. And
I bow deeply but quietly.
All right. You see that the woman in purple does not follow suit, as she kind of goes into this little door back here, and goes into this like little like it seems like a little like sleeping chamber with like a little like desk in the corner, and she continues up these stairs here. Bum, 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 bum.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wow, wow,
Vocal stems tonight.
Okay, so let's move you guys out from the prison chambers and over to the library. And I'll put Snapjaw over here, just in case.
Never fucking know.
Just in case.
Yeah, like what?
I'll be around. Where is our woman of the hour? Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. So, you guys kind of continue upstairs, following our woman of the hour here. Oh, why is she hidden? Get out of it. Stop that. Okay. There we go. Okay. So you kind of follow her. You see there's a cultist kind of maintaining. There's a couple of like crates up here full of books. And if you guys want to make investigation or insight checks as you kind of pass by this cultist kind of going through these crates full of books.
Oof.
Okay.
Sean fell asleep.
Oh no.
Wait, fuck. What do I have to roll again?
Investigation or insight.
Wake up.
Good morning.
Wait.
Good morning.
I'm actually okay.
We're saints, remember? We're saints.
Yeah. So the both of you guys kind of are looking at these crates. And you see this cultist has like 2 different crates open currently that he's sorting through, and in this crate there seems to be a mixture of books and like these valuables like gold pieces, jewelry and stuff, which is kind of reminiscent of like a lot of the crates you had seen back at the roadhouse, and you had seen some of those cultists back in the caravan traveling with. So you get the idea that this cultist is going through these crates that specifically have books in them from these raids, and kind of taking the books and putting them in a pile and putting the treasure off to the side in a different crate that seems to be like put off to the side that he is presumably he's kind of like putting it into like a box over by like these stairs. So you get the idea that he's going to like actually be taking that gold back downstairs and keeping the books up here that he's kind of putting up on like a table that seems he's going to be sorting through later. Just had a quick glance there, and you see our half-elven woman continue over through this door before her into this room here, and you see 3 cultists sorting through books. And you see a very familiar woman with bright orange hair. That Damien, your mind's been so focused on like Josephine that you kind of like for a second are like, is that Josephine? And you're like, wait, no, that's Robin, sitting there sorting through these books with these cultists and kind of like having an amicable conversation. I'm assuming. Of Abby, are you there?
Hold on. Yeah, sorry, I'm coming.
Sorry.
Working on stuff. Let me. Hold on.
Did your screen?
She
It
says
is,
no.
yeah.
I had to put table over it because I was changing, so let me put my shirt back on. Sorry.
Hey, that's funny.
The old sewing your shirt off because you're having to try it on and off kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did want to speak to her privately too, as I mentioned before.
Where are we?
Oh, I guess
It's so funny because I was paying attention until like the last 10 minutes.
Work.
So
That's
I'm
good.
searching through. I was being really good, but then I was like, I need to finish doing what I'm doing.
You're doing.
She hasn't recognized us, though, right?
There I am.
Yeah. Okay. So you. Guys
I don't know. Do I? Am I
Okay, hold
allowed to find
Yes.
out?
We're gonna get to Robin in just a second, but I will say before we do that, as you guys walk into this library, you say you wanted to talk in private. You see this woman who had been walking into this library with like confidence. As soon as she sees Robin in here, she kind of lets out this sigh, like, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
I think Robin immediately hears the sigh, recognizes it,
Yeah.
looks up. Hey,
She doesn't say anything, just lets out
babe.
this long sigh.
Working hard, killing people, having fun, being a cultist. So swell.
Brandon,
I was hoping for a conversation.
she's gonna die.
Private.
Yeah.
And you get the idea that there is some like familiarity with these two, and it seems to be what's the word? Not friendly or amicable, but quite the opposite. Between these two, but like she's not being smited on the spot by this woman, so you get the idea it might be a little bit more personal between these two.
I must admit, I was also hoping that we could speak privately as well, if that is
You say
okay.
this out loud?
She said it. She said it
yes.
out loud.
Okay.
Yes, and
What happens in the cultism stays in the cultism. Don't worry, I'm a ghost. I was never here.
yeah, it's Robin. I will say they're both dressed in the long black robes and cultist masks that you are familiar with. So you do not recognize them, especially with the accent play. I will say I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. I think it's fun. Or I guess make a insight check or perception check, Robin. But it will be a very high DC.
Oh yeah, there's no way. I was like,
Yeah, you
there's
just
a
see
baby
two
in pants.
cultists trailing behind her. You're like, oh man, she's just doing like a show of power. Big trail.
If you want privacy, call for it.
She's like, no, there's a room off to the side here. We can go
Oh, what?
to."
You want me to leave? Yeah.
No,
So does
you
she.
can continue. You can continue on your work.
If I may, my lady, perhaps my partner here could stay and try to discern some books that I was mentioning might help me while we have our conversation, if that is okay with you.
No, I'd much rather not do that.
Both of you roll a persuasion check. You know what? Actually, that's an excellent idea. Robin here could have somebody to occupy her time with.
Oh, besides your shunny personality?
Not nearly as sunny as yours, dear.
While they're having that conversation, I'll message Damien. Please just try to find some sort of insight on what they are doing here, what they are looking for. Just any text. There's a reason they would be bringing it here.
I can barely read. Why are you making me read in front of these people?
I love it.
I grew up in a village, Bromwynn.
I'm not doing this because
How is him not being able to read just now coming up?
I'm not doing this because I don't even know how to spell my own name, Bromwynn.
He was a village boy raised by a prostitute.
Aw.
You're the worst kind of paladin.
Brandon's breaking down.
Well, like, how has that never come up? Like, how
The glass just came
How does it never come up?
No,
Everybody in the party is very smart, so it's never really had to come up.
it has come up back then. I specifically said that I cannot spell shit. Because I was not
thought you were just joking to get out of shit.
No, like my character. My character's illiterate.
Oh no!
I was like, Bromwynn, what the fuck?
Yeah, okay.
Well, then
I'll figure something out.
I was
Fine.
like, yeah.
Just hooked on phonics, baby. Just sound it out.
Yep. Yeah. She seems to be like gesturing for Damien to join Robin as
What's
she
up?
heads.
Sorry. I'm just thinking like Shrek. Blue flower, red thorns. Blue flower, red thorns. Ooh, this would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind. And if I wasn't literally Damien right now, just sweating, looking at books like, oh no.
It's like fucking. Why did homeboy do me like this, brother?
Honestly,
I know we're having a thing right now, but what the fuck?
I thought I was hanging out with the big bad. Damien's hanging out with the big bad of this campaign, which is literacy, apparently. So
Yeah. Well, you know how to read Robin. And you know
The education system.
yeah.
Oh no!
But you see, this woman here, she kind of walks through a door over here to a private chamber and kind of invites you in before closing the door behind you too. And you just see her start to go through like the casting of something, not directed at you, but like the room. I'll say like with you being like a magic caster yourself, you kind of recognize like she's like doing like a privacy kind of spell to kind of give you guys some quiet. So while this is happening, Robin, the past 2 days, you've been very busy.
And trying to listen in.
Okay. Well, before we do that, let's catch up on what you've been doing. This interruption. So I know you mentioned that while you have been here, kind of ahead of the pack here, kind of chatting with Miss Freya Mondath, I know you have been kind of doing your own investigations here, so I think we're going to do a couple of investigation and I guess just charisma checks. We don't have to necessarily roleplay it out, but fine. Let's see. So I guess in the order of this like little bullet point list you gave me, we're just going to do an investigation check to see what you have figured out about the cult so far. We will do an insight check to see if you have gotten a read on Freya and her motivations. And then we will do a persuasion check to see if you have convinced Asbara to tell you who Wrath Modar is.
Okay, so...
Just rapid fire. The past 2 days, you've been just hammering away at all this stuff.
You said which check first?
We're going to do an investigation first, just to give you a general lay of like what's going on with this cult, who are they, what are they doing, what are they trying to do, like their motivations, stuff like that.
Well...
Okay, 8. Well, you've gleaned that this is a cult for Tiamat, and they seem to be collecting mass amounts of wealth for something, some sort of ritual, maybe. There's lots of big spells out there that require.
Didn't I find out that, or didn't I like?
There's lots of big spells out there that require.
Didn't I?
A what?
Like a horde.
Oh yes, yeah. I was
figured that out.
So you've kind of like put this together. You know, there's some sort of ritual happening, and you know there's spells out there that require large sums of money to complete. So you get the idea that these guys are probably trying to summon Tiamat, which seems outlandish, but that seems to be what they're trying to do. You're not sure how they're going to accomplish that. But that seems to be the general gist of like what's going on in this cult. And you see like the majority of the people here are lackeys outside of Freya and Fearun, who you've probably only seen in like very brief passing. Like you have not talked to this guy probably unless you like sought him out, which that will be a whole different conversation. But he's like a fire genasi, muscular, like kind of, I think, carries himself with some self-importance.
I think she would have been obnoxiously following Freya and like when she would, because she had been told that she was traveling with a fire genasi, like all of the
rumors and stuff. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of the heat towards Freya would have also gone towards him, so he's probably fed up with her too.
Okay. So I will say
that's who you picked, blah blah blah, like all that shit.
Okay. Yeah, I will say with the investigation check, you have gotten kind of like a hierarchy of this place too. And while Draelmorer Borngray, who was the racist elf downstairs that Damien and Bromwynn ran into, he is technically the one that has been stationed in charge of this castle. Fearun, the fire genasi, was the one who put him in that position. So while Draelmorer is the one in charge of the castle, Fearun is in charge of him. So he's like at the top of this like hierarchy in this castle at the moment. Quickly followed by Freya, and then underneath Freya is Asbara, who will go ahead and roll a persuasion check for Asbara real quick to see how much you have gotten out of him about his plans and motivations with this area.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20. That was almost a nat 20. Bro.
Okay. Yeah, he's still pretty cagey with you, despite your travels together and all that. You are like wearing on him a little bit. And whether or not he has said so, or Freya let you know, or if you have just kind of deduced it based on like bits and pieces here and there about Asbara being very good with poisons, and Freya mentioning that she was enlisting the cult for help with her condition, and who better to know concoctions than Thayans. You have kind of picked up on the fact that Asbara and this Wrath Modar are likely Red Wizards of Thay, even if they have not directly told you that. And you haven't met this Wrath Modar, but you get the idea that Wrath Modar is the Red Wizard kind of in charge of this little sect that is allying themselves with the cult. So, like, you've been kind of hanging out with him in passing, because Freya hangs out with him a lot, and you in turn are tailing Freya a lot, and you have a pretty good rapport with Asbara so far, so this is just kind of like, you've kind of picked up on it. Like, even though he hasn't directly told you, with you just being pretty on the up and up and reading people and stuff, you kind of picked up on that. Whether or not, like, they are Red Wizards or just residents of Thay, it's kind of hard to tell. They might just be refugees from Thay. But you do get the idea with how he constantly always has his hood pulled up with like a bandana kind of covering his presumably bald head. You get the idea it's probably Red Wizard. Because he's very careful to keep his hood up at all times.
They do.
Yep. And then the last thing, let's see, what was the other thing I said? I said persuasion, investigation, and insights. So I'll have you do an insight check to see if you can get kind of a read on these folks that you have been kind of hanging out with the last couple of days.
Alright, 22.
Okay. Very good. So I will say with that insight check, you get the idea that Freya... Let's see, how do I phrase this? I think you pick up on the fact that while you called Freya on her bullshit like a few days ago, like the more you're hanging out with her, you're coming to realize like, oh, she believes what she told you. Whether or not that's actually the reason why she is here with the cult, she believes that she's here just because it's a means to an end. Like, and she hasn't really done much self-reflection, maybe until you have shown up and she's starting to realize like herself, like, oh man, I've gotten in way more deep than I may have initially meant to, and maybe the power did get to my head, but we're
I think
here
that's
now.
one of
What
the
am I going to do?
Robin has been sticking to being a little brat.
Because you get the idea, with the 22 insight, you get the idea that she herself didn't even realize it until you showed up and pointed it out to her. And she's kind of she's grappling with that right now. Because she's just been basically telling herself this whole time, oh, it's just a mean to an end, it's a mean to an end. I'm using these people, they aren't using me. I'm not being taken advantage of. I'm getting what I need from these people. But you get the idea that she didn't even realize, like, oh, but I do kind of like this more than I probably should, until you had to shut up and pointed it right into her face, and she's like, oh shit. She's kind of been grappling with that for the last 2 days. You've been tailing her and just further rubbing it in her face.
Gonna say the dreams of the MLM got to her.
Yep. And then with that 22 insight, just from you kind of like going about and getting a read on everybody, you get the idea that Drael Morer, that racist elf from downstairs, fucking hates it here, and he also, to a certain extent, sees it as a means to an end. But you get the idea, he's very self-actualized about it, and he's very happy to be subjugating people, and cannot wait to finish this job so he can go home to Evermeet. Because he does not want to be here. He wants to go to the Elven Island to the west.
How does he treat Robin?
He treats you fine. Actually, with that 22 insight, he treats Freya worse than he treats you.
Okay, so they're probably besties because she probably brings him brews. And right now.
Yeah. And I will say, if you're doing that and you're like getting drunk with him like in the evening or whatnot, like over dinner in the kitchen, he'll express to you with a 22 insight. I'm gonna give this to you. This man is so racist. In terms of, he is part of a elf supremacist group known as Eldreth Valuthra. Who, they're basically elf Nazis. I don't know if I can say that on Twitch, but but they are like, they think elves are like the
What were they called?
Eldreth Valuthra. And I can just set it to you after the fact too, because it's spelled stupid because elves. But
I was like, there's no way.
yeah, but and he kind of like he like evangelizes you a little bit almost, even though you're a human. But I think he's like, you got pretty close with him enough that he's kind of like telling you like, oh yeah, you're beneath me because that elves are
I will say every time they like get into a conversation, Robin's gonna bring it back to like, oh yeah, but Freya sucks, right?
Yeah.
Like every time. It's just gonna come full circle.
Yeah, because he thinks elves are like the pinnacle of like creation, and they're the only like true like sentient beings essentially. Like he sees humans as dogs, like they're cute little dogs essentially. Like that's how he sees humans. So whenever he encounters half elves, he's seeing this as like, why would an elf breed with a dog? That's fucking disgusting. Like, so that's why he treats Freya the way that he treats her. Like he thinks that the existence of half elves is repulsive to him. Like he like literally gags at one point during dinner while talking about it at one point to you. Like he finds it so gross. But he thinks you're cute. Like you're a cute little dog. Like aw.
Oh,
he definitely sees you as like an animal. Like he does not see you as a person.
Like a chihuahua,
right?
Robin's probably gonna try and kill him, but she's enjoying.
You're gonna what?
She's probably gonna try and kill him at some point. But
he sucks. He sucks.
Enjoying...
I cannot express to you how bad he sucks.
Yeah, but I feel like she's enjoying having someone to gossip to because there's not many other people here she can do that with.
There.
Yeah, and he hates it here in the castle, so he is pretty loose-lipped whenever you're nice to him. You're like his emotional support dog.
That's why I have cats.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so you get that with a 22.
Oh my
And-
god.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
And with the 22 insight going with Fearun and Asbara specifically, because I'm just kind of doing it with like the main like upper echelon, because that's who you've mostly been hanging out with, I would assume. Fearun keeps very much to himself. He'll occasionally like pass by and like say some words to Freya, like, "Oh, I need to do this," or "You need to do that," kind of thing. But you see him very sparingly. He seems to mostly keep to himself, kind of like making sure that the castle, like the operations in the castle, are going smoothly. So he seems to be pretty busy with that.
I think one thing about Fearun, are they in a relationship together?
Freya and Fearun.
Yeah, or are they
Hamina.
just co-workers?
They're just co-workers. Because the I think the first thing whenever you see Fearun for the first time, you're like, oh, this is a child. Like, he's young. Like, he's probably like 17, 18 years old. Like, he's very young.
So I think
But he seems to be this like very high-ranked member.
News, she thought that was like the new boy toy, and so she was. But once she learned, she's nicer to him, but still like, you know, the older sister like teasing. She does that to him every chance she can.
He does not like it. I think he tries to probably actively avoid you when he sees you.
Correct.
Because he thinks of himself, like, while he is 17, like, he's probably like 17, 18 years old, like, he's very young. He definitely sees himself as, like, I'm an adult, blah, 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 I know what I'm doing, I know what to, like, because he's such a high-ranking member of this cult, like, he is, like, I think Freya probably refers to him as one of the 5 worm speakers, which you get, the 5 is probably 1 for each color of the dragon kind of thing, and he's one of 5, so, like, basically the top of the cult, there's like 5 main dudes, and he's one of them. So he's a pretty big deal, despite how young he is. And he holds himself with that kind of like self-importance as he kind of like marches around and kind of like I don't think he like is rude, but he definitely holds himself with some like amount of like self-importance. So whenever you're trying to be like hee, like older sister kind of vibes, he doesn't know how to deal with that because
Exactly.
like,
I think she's trying to crack him. I think that's like her goal, is to try and get him to not like break down, but just to like show something, some kind of emotion.
Yeah, and I'll say with a 22 insight, you get the idea that your teasing is not unwelcome because he sees you as like some underling or whatever. Like in his mind eye, like you're one of like Freya's peers. Like so, like you're friends with Freya, whatever. Like you're not technically a member of this cult. Yeah, as far as he knows, he doesn't care. But yeah, you're one of like Freya's like little like gal pals or whatever. So like you're not necessarily a member of the cult, and you get the idea that him being like reticent to being like teased is not because you're not a member of the cult, but because it's probably touching like a sore spot somewhere in his past, like some sort of like trigger essentially. Like it was like, oh, I have been teased in the past, and something about that went wrong, and I don't want to repeat that cycle again. So it's more of like I don't want to get close to you because I don't want to be hurt, more so than I don't want to be close to you because you're not a member of the cult. It's more of like I'm going to distance myself from this immediately because I don't want to encourage this and get close to you in any way, shape, or form. Like he is keeping you at distance because he doesn't want you close. Not because of anything you did, but because of him. It's not you. It's it's him. Yeah.
And then
that's the most like probably the most like immature that you kind of see him, like where he has this like hesitance to like engage in this like sort of
he's got
teasing. Yeah. And he doesn't really know how to deal with that. And then Asbara, kind of mentioning earlier, like, okay, you picked up on the fact that he's a red wizard, but is he like a red wizard, or is he just like a refugee from Thay? And like kind of reading him and getting an idea on him, like if the red wizards were actually involved in this cult, shit would probably already be like fucking hitting the fan. Like the red wizards, that they are like a big fucking deal, and if they were getting involved with a cult to raise Tiamat, you have an idea that they probably would have already succeeded by now. So you get the idea that either this is like some like branch of red wizards that have like split off from the main folks in Thay, or maybe these are just like he's just like a refugee from Thay who happens to be a practitioner in arcane, because you have seen him cast magic. You know he's a like practitioner of the arcane. He has a spell book, but whether or not he's like one of the like capital R, capital W red wizards, or if he just happens to be a wizard from Thay, it's kind of hard to get a read on. But you're pretty sure that he's not like one of the red wizards, like following Saza's Tam or anything. Like he's probably not like colluding with them, like the Lich King. But you get the idea that he is.
Would Robin know about the mutiny that's being stirred up
Roll a history check.
with the lizard folk? 'Cause I think she would have gone out of her way to talk to the lizard folk. I think she would have gone out of her way to try and talk to the bullywugs.
Oh, yeah.
I think
I will say with that.
She would try to talk to everyone. It's fucking Robin.
Okay, this history check's gonna be something for something entirely different. For the lizards and bullywugs, I'll keep that 22 insight, and you get the idea that like things are very tense, and the combination of Drael Morer, that race itself, and a figure you've maybe seen in passing here and there, Farbleck Spatterglue, who is I can't even say.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
Splattergoo is my new drag name.
So, yeah. Yeah, so there's Drael Morer, who's the race itself, and then there's Farbleck's Spatterglue. I can't say it. Spattergoo. The two of them have been maintaining this peace together while fucking hating each other. Like this elf and this bullywug mage fucking hate each other, but everyone is so terrified of them individually in the castle. Whenever they have teamed up together, their like range of fear has basically kept everybody in check. But you do get the idea that these lizard folk are not happy about this situation, whereas the bullywugs are sitting pretty with Farbleck's kind of vouching for them. And the cultists just kind of stay away from the bullywugs and the lizard folk in general because they kind of think are gross. But I think with your 22 insight, you get the idea that like the bullywugs are really stupid and drunk on power, and the lizard folk are a lot smarter than they're trying to make themselves seem. You get the idea that they're trying to make themselves seem a lot stupider to win over the cultists, be like, we don't know what you're doing, teehee. You get a lot of the idea that a lot of these lizard folk are a lot smarter than they're letting on, and a lot more wise to what's happening, and have something going on in the background probably.
Then you still wanted me to do a history check?
Yes. So I will say this history check did have a pretty high DC, because this is something that happened far to the east, with the Thayans.
That's us.
But you, speaking of uprisings, you've kind of been thinking about these lizard folk uprising against people, and then seeing these Thayans. You did know that there was something called the War of the Zulkers that kind of happened somewhat recently, where there was a big upheaval and shift in power in Thay, and you do know that there was a lot of refugees in response to this war that happened in Thay somewhat recently, and you're thinking that maybe Asvara and whoever this Rathmodar person who you have not met yet are potentially refugees from this war that happened in Thay in the last 20 years. I think it was just less than that. It was pretty recent that this happened. I'll have to double check my notes, but you get the idea that they may be refugees from this war that happened in Thay in the last decade or two. Just based on his age and how he talks about magic as a whole and all this. But that's all the information that you have kind of gathered in the last 2 days, and it was a huge lore dump. So back to the present, in the library, where Freya has just walked in with these two cultists in tow. Who she has left one of them at your side here, who's looking kind of awkward, and she has gone into the room with the other.
As the door closed,
and
Robin gets up and runs to the door and tries to listen, and then looks over at Damien that she doesn't know is Damien and goes, shh.
Yeah, you hear her and them muttering like some sort of like arcane words, and then there's just an unnatural silence. And you're like, oh man, she like puts some sort of like silent spell.
Yeah, man.
Fuck the gods.
Oh,
So what? They're getting more people. We're getting not we. More people are getting sent to this crumbling city of power.
Sean fell asleep.
Probably. Robin will go back to her desk as she's saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. But before Freya, you and these 3 other cultists, or I guess maybe not you, but the 3 other cultists that have been in the room with here, you're kind of familiar with them at this point. They are in charge of going through all of the loot that enters the castle and picking out any books that happen to be thrown in with the treasures and sorting them into this library, based on like how important the information within is. So a lot of it's just like cookbooks and the history of greenest, or like different flowers near in the like fields surrounding Baldur's Gate, like just like really weird books that like really don't pertain to you or the cultists for this matter. So a lot of them just kind of like end up going like, either like in the fireplace or in a pile in the corner. But any of them that have to do with like any sort of magic or dragons, any sort of like histories of the Sword Coast, they are keeping and maintaining in this library as they're like kind of sorting through all the books that kind of come through here. And you kind of get first dibs on any books that come through here.
She's keeping every cookbook or brew book that she can find.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to do.
She's just hiding them wherever she can. I don't think she's actually helping. I think she's so preoccupied with Freya that
yeah.
like if something becomes interesting, she'll like read it for a little bit, but then like I'm sure these other cultists are so fed up with Robin.
Yeah, just like talking their ears off. Yeah, I mean, I will say these cultists that you're kind of maintaining, they're kind of the more bookish of the cultists. These seem to be like little wizards that have been enlisted in this cult, so they seem to be a little bit more meek and not as aggressive or annoying as like the other like cultists that you've encountered in this castle, presumably. So they kind of like tolerate you, but
Jesus.
Sean, wake up so we can roleplay.
I messaged him.
Damn it.
Narcoleptic piece of shit.
This is what I get for lord upping so much.
No, it's okay. You can come back to us. You can go.
Yeah,
Okay.
Come back.
you can go to Bromwynn.
I do want to try roleplay with Sean.
Yeah. All right. So meanwhile, we have Bromwynn and Freya. So she has cast this privacy spell. She's like, you wanted to speak with me?
Yes, far be it from me to intrude on the goings-on of your castle. However, there is something that has come up that is quite concerning. As I mentioned, we had infiltrated like a harper, and they, after a tenuous amount of tactics and torture, we have come to find out that there is actually a traitor among the castle here, which is another reason I thought it would be a good idea for me to come and tell you in person.
Well, do you know this traitor?
I know that they are the ones that originally let your translator go. The Harper instructed us that they tried to infiltrate them, and that the wizard you were with, I believe the name Azubara, let them go before escaping himself. It is information I thought that you should be aware of. But I will say, as a Thayan, we don't take those things kindly. Perhaps the best use of a traitor is to be an example of sorts.
Are you saying that this traitor let the translator go, or that Asbara is the traitor and let the translator go?
From my understanding, it is the latter. From the information that we were gathered from.
Roll a persuasion check. Or a deception check, I should say. My bad. Deception.
Fuck.
Do you have any luck points? No.
No, she never hands them out.
Yeah. I mean, we also lost our bar a long time ago, so
Yeah.
we don't have any politics.
Oh my god, I forgot she was a bard.
Yeah. Just thinking about that, where I was like, I feel like we should have somebody who could give guidance, but I was like, nah.
Nah,
Shay?
yeah.
Shay?
Yeah.
She was a bard,
Yeah. long time ago. But I was like, oh yeah, where's our inspiration? I was like, oh yeah, go.
So she's gonna kind of narrow her eyes at you. So you've come in here claiming to be a translator, and then you're gonna come in here and tell me that Asbara is a traitor and let the original translator go. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't know if Asbara is a translator or not, unfortunately. I don't know anything about them other than I was told from one of my superiors at the time that there was a traitor in the castle here, and they went by the name Asbara. Whether that's his real name or not, I'm not sure.
Can you take off your mask for me?
No.
I can if you'd like.
It's welded to my face, sorry.
Please, I'm very concerned about this traitor situation, and I would like to know who I'm speaking with.
So, what is the magic that she did? It was like a
It
locking.
was like a silencing spell, yeah.
But we're still talking, so it's different than the silent spell.
Yeah, like it's like a silent spell that is like more like a wall than.
Gotcha.
It's like probably like more akin to like a Liamon's tiny hut, but it's not like
Gotcha.
barring
Okay,
anybody
yeah.
from entering. Yeah, it seems like she's kind of like played around with like a silent spell and a tiny hut kind of spell
Yeah.
and kind of combined the two.
I will start taking out my mask and I will excuse me, start coughing. As I will press the digitation, like scars that look arcane, and like I'll like kind of remove my hood and it will look like I am bald. Like an illusionary effect.
Okay, let me check something real quick. Alright, I need you to make a sleight of hand for me.
Okay.
See if she notices the somatic and verbal elements past this coughing and the movement of the mask. Okay, very good.
Nice.
You're doing a good job, bitch. You're doing a good
Bitch,
job.
I am on edge. This spy shit ain't for me.
She would have had to roll a natural 20 to notice, and she
You
did not,
imagine
so-
if you and Robin were on the same team?
All right. She does seem kind of surprised by your appearance. Because she thought she had it in the bag. She thought she knew exact. I will say, roll an insight check.
Okay. Rolla, we won the game check? Okay. 11.
You get the idea. You don't know what just happened. You have felt this electricity in the air, this tension. Like, you had the idea. Like, you could almost feel the crackling of, like, arcane energy because she was about to fucking whip a spell right at your ass. And you get the idea that your disguise stopped whatever was going to happen. You don't know what or why or how, but the energy that had been building in the air kind of dissipates as you remove the mask because she sees your face and she's like, oh, okay. Okay. So you're a refugee, have they similar to him? Is that the case?
Refugee, I suppose, is a way to put it. Our hearts lie with the cult and its deeds as well, so as long as we're able to assist, we are more than welcome to, which is, again, why I'm so keen to try to help.
You want to help the cult, or do you want to help your people?
How do you know those things don't, how do you know those things are not mutually exclusive?
Are you friends with Asbara? Are you familiar with him? You make acquaintance with him, or?
I am not, unfortunately. I was giving a vague description with the beard and the braids, and the such, and but other than that, I don't know much more about him, unfortunately.
Right. Yes, your interests are one and the same, and she's gonna drop the spell. She's like, "Thank you for your time," and she's going to leave.
Before she leaves, I will kind of put my hand out to stop her and message her. There is one more thing. In the matter of where we at, the other half of the party is 2 days away, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a matter of 2 days, we have learned that there will be an assault on the castle Naerytar from its right side.
My God.
I know, what the?
I think you should perhaps prepare for that.
Rude.
Roll a deception check, and I will say do this with disadvantage because of your previous roll.
Bromwynn has been the mole the whole time.
No, oh, fuck. But to be fair, I told y'all to meet me on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get them to move all their shit to one side so we can get them off guard. Anyway.
Fair. Well, I think you had to really.
Not that fucking matters with a natural one.
Yeah, that one. She's gonna stop in her tracks, hand on the door, kind of look over her shoulder at you, and kind of roll her eyes, and then she's gonna leave. You see that she's just not interested in whatever story you are trying to weave, but you get the idea that make an insight check with advantage now, because ironically enough, because of this nat one.
Yeah.
Dirty
Okay.
20.
Nat 20. So you get the idea that the fact that she listened to some random underling in the cult for this information, and she actually listened to what you had to say, and she was talking about oh, you're with Asbara, who's this traitor, and she had kind of almost gotten defensive whenever you implied that Asbara was the traitor, which is weird because he's not even technically a member of the cult as far as you're aware. And the fact that you kind of and the fact that you kind of fumbled that lie, you could tell you kind of stuttered a little bit in the middle of it, and she you get the idea, her rolling her eyes at you, she obviously didn't buy it. She's you're full of shit. If she was a high-ranking member of the cult and she had caught you in all of these lies, you realize that she has immediately caught on you're full of shit, you should be dead right now, but you're not.
So there's something she believes, I just don't know what it is.
Well, you get the idea that with a 20 insight, she didn't believe a single fucking thing you said. And honestly, if she was actually... You get the idea that if she was this high-ranking member of this cultist, and you were lying about all these things, trying to plant this idea that there's a traitor and there's an assault, and she knows you're full of shit, she should have, probably killed you on the spot, knowing how this cult typically operates, and that she didn't for some reason.
True.
And she's going to leave and barely glance over at Robin as she exits.
Robin winks.
I will exit as well. And Sean has a message back, so I don't know if you want to move to the swamp.
No, just keep going. So sad.
Wake
up! I know. I messaged him too. So.
Oh, he literally just conked out.
Probably.
I'm guessing
Yeah.
so. Muted. So either he got pulled away from his computer or he happened to mute and fell asleep. I'm not sure which. But I guess we can get to the other party. And kind of get them caught up. So I will say we will come back to this little scene in the library, but Bromwynn and Damien, do you have an idea on what you would have been doing for 2 days in the castle? Like, what would have been your like kind of goals and motivations?
I do. I would have located Snapjaw and told him that he needs to try to find as many like fire barrels, oil barrels, flask, this, that, the other, that he can. And I would tell him to spread them throughout different doorways and entryways for me, subtly and discreetly, if possible. And if not, I would tell him a convincing lie to tell someone.
All the doorways, like throughout the castle?
Well, just sporadically, like just enough to, enough.
Okay.
And I would also write notes information down as well on like a piece of parchment,
Okay.
which I will message you at some point if I can find it real fast, because I already wrote it.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. In the dead of night, a lot of lizard folk get together while most of the people are sleeping, outside of a few guards who are kind of falling asleep at their post, and sets up these barrels. You kind of see them kind of popping up then over the course of the next 2 days, overnight. Dun dun dun. And then, would there be anything else, or you're sending me the rest of the things that you were doing?
I'm gonna send you the note, but that's probably about like the actual thing is getting Snapjaw to like kind of set those oils around for me.
Oh, were you gonna be giving this note to Snapjaw,
No,
or is
no,
this
no,
a
no.
note for?
This is a note.
Okay.
I'm just like writing to get ready.
Oh, okay.
The fuckery I'm sure that's about to happen.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Alright. So, we will hop over to our friends who have just made the trip above ground to the castle, due to the friendliness of a couple of, let's see, some lizard folk who you had encountered in that campsite. Let's see.
And we're still like wearing our disguise, pretty much, right?
Yes, I was about to say, how have you guys dressed in your disguises? Because would you guys also be in cloaks and mask?
Yeah, and I dyed my.
You dyed your hair. Okay.
Red. Yeah, that's right.
Everybody has a cloak and mask. Outside of, I think, Hiro technically doesn't have a mask, but I think we have done like a cloak for him.
Where y'all at? Oh, I see y'all. Okay.
You're muted.
They're like way over.
You're on mute.
Oh, James.
Druidcraft, and I have like lots of vines on my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a prisoner or something, or brawl or something.
I'm like shambling like a zombie, like
All right. So you guys kind of follow. Where'd those lizard folk go? I had a lizard folk here. Let's put you guys here.
I got you on like a little vine leash.
Oh, like, zombie companion. Yeah, that's funny.
I sent it to you, Kate.
Okay. I only read like the first couple of lines. I'll read the rest of that later. Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Oh no is never.
I'll read the rest of that in a moment. Okay. But yeah, so the three of you kind of like get off your little like pontoon with like, these other lizard folk who are kind of like dispersed throughout this front area where the like straw huts are. And you see one of them is kind of like heading towards the castle. It's like, come on, city people, I'll take you into the castle. Make sure these bullywugs don't give you any issues.
Bullywug.
And he's gonna like start like filling through here and kind of like leading you guys. Oh, hello. Closer to the castle.
Yeah. There we are. Okay.
Yeah, I'll start dragging you guys over.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he's just going to kind of head in, and similarly to like Snapjawel, he's just gonna kind of like start heading on in, not really expecting you to necessarily follow him, but allowing you to kind of like roam the castle without having to be like explaining yourself to these bullywugs who are glaring at you as you kind of enter.
Yeah, we have a sense of, or at least we have an air, quote unquote, of authority to them, I'm assuming.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the idea that you are, tolerated, because they see you as their, like, commanding officers, but they're not happy about it.
Fair.
Kate, I'm looking through, like, Hader's eyes.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, I forgot he was with us. Damn it.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
We got him back.
Let's see. What would Bromwynn be doing right now? Man, this is challenging because I want to make sure Damien does the things that he wants to be doing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sean's clearly terrible.
It's a sandwich. It's the curse of the sandwich.
He went to go make another one.
Coma.
And you get
Right.
the sleepies.
Yep. Sean! Ugh. Trying to think of. You said. Let's see. Yeah. So you'd be talking with Snapjawel. Do you know if there's anything else you'd be doing besides like coordinating with Snapjawel this? Like, is there anything in particular that you've been looking into, or anyone you would be trying to talk to in particular? Because you have kind of like burned the bridge with like Freya and Aspara, but there's plenty of cultists throughout the castle that you haven't really run into yet,
Robin?
or Robin herself.
Oh, are you asking?
Bromwynn.
Oh,
Wait, what? I'm sorry. You're talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Also,
Yeah, sorry.
Cynthia, maybe WhatsApp him or whatever the hell that thing's called.
Oh, yeah. That's not a bad idea.
What were you saying, Kate? I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to them.
No, you're good. Because Hiro was looking through Hader's eyes, and you have Hader. So what would you probably be doing 2 days later from this conversation with Freya?
Like currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, was there someone you were like talking to?
We're trying to realign. Yeah, we're trying to realign this timeline here.
I'd probably have
2 days later. 2 days have passed at this point. Let's say from this conversation.
I'd probably have Snapjaw make sure he clarified where he needs to meet y'all and stuff like that. Which was on the left side of the gate with the other lizard folks.
Okay. So, okay, so what you see whenever you look through Hader's eyes...
I will say, how many days would it have been? You said they were 2 days ahead?
2 days, yeah.
Robin would have fucking started poking and prodding them as well for funsies.
Okay. Yeah,
just an FYI. I don't know if that changes anything, but...
Good to know. Once we get to roleplay out the scene with you and Sean, we'll get more into that, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes. But Hiro, you look through Hader's eyes, who's kind of curled around like Bromwynn's neck, as Bromwynn is talking with this this lizard folk, and being like, saying like, oh yeah, I'm expecting some people on the near the castle soon, like on the left side of the castle.
I'm just gonna like go near Crimson. I'm like, we're expected.
Okay. I'll let everyone Come on.
Right. But knowing that, would you guys continue on into the castle, or would you kind of go off to like the left side of the castle, kind of like how Bromwynn was like kind of
Oh,
flying.
yeah. So, because we're following one of the lizard folk, right?
Yes.
A little kind, vaguely. He kind of was like, oh yeah, here, let me make sure you get into the castle, okay?
So he's gonna. I would take a few steps back just to like recalibrate with like Hiro and Lyanna, and be like, okay, were we supposed to meet a certain part of the castle? Or
Left side.
do you
Left
think we
side.
should just go in the left side?
Left
Okay.
side.
Yeah.
And
Let's
then
talk to someone.
okay,
We're gonna be met by someone.
the left side. They said the left side of the castle. All right.
Yeah, so you get the idea, like, because he said specifically the left side of the gate, and this here's like the gate, so you get the idea, like, probably somewhere like around here, by this like hut. Probably be a good spot to like lay low and not look like super suspicious.
That sounds good. Yeah. And everything looks all right to Heda as well. There's no danger or anything, right?
There are a lot of people. I don't, I count at least 7 more.
Okay. You okay, Lyanna, with maybe camping out here to the left side until Heda sees something or we get a sign?
I mean, I assumed that was why we sent Heda with Bromwynn as kind of the reconnaissance party. Like, we were just coming around until we got confirmation that I would just prefer to get confirmation as opposed to trying to infiltrate a castle that we know absolutely nothing about.
Right.
Well, with the sheer amount of like cultists and unknown factors, I don't know what we're up against right now. To be fair, I don't even know if half of our party is still alive at this point. But I guess that's why we sent Hader in.
Can you still do some more searching through Heda's eyes? Well, I can take first watch if
Okay. Yep.
we want to rest, and you can do that.
I'll do
look around.
Yeah, I'll do second watch just because I only need to trance a short time.
Okay.
And also, does Peter sniff anything? Like creatures?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also
perception check for him.
did try to call Sean a couple
Yeah.
times.
He messaged
I think he fell
me.
asleep.
He messaged me.
He
said
did?
he got caught up with something.
Oh no!
I don't know if
okay,
he's
we
back
did
now,
message-
but he
Hey,
messaged me.
No, you're good. I'm glad that he at least like let us know what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, go ahead and make a perception check for Hader real quick to see if he sniffs
Okay.
anything out in this room.
Yeah, just a moment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perception. Alright, hang on. My fault. Hang on. Was that a 1? Okay,
Seven.
so that's 4. 7. Okay, so that is a 10.
10. Okay. Yeah, smell anything in here? It's really muddy and humid. It seems like they're in a blacksmith right now, so you smell a lot of smoke. And kind of like that smell of like steel. But not much else in terms of like smell. And then, you guys have kind of approached this castle at nighttime. Brandon, is there anything Brom would be doing as like night is falling on you? This is kind of around the time that you'd probably be expecting your companions to be catching up to you. Or would you be like trying to meet them there yourself, or?
I need Damien for this, so.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
He
Did
just
he give
messaged me again.
sort of? Yeah.
He said, I said, are you coming back? And he goes, yeah, sorry. Give me 3 minutes is what he said.
Okay, well, you can take a little brief intermission because I do have to go tinkle, so we can like take bathroom breaks and something real quick. And then hopefully he'll be back by then.
Break. All right, we'll
Okay,
be
we'll be right back.
it calling, it whispers in the breeze.
An ancient sort of siren shivers in the trees.
A shanty sung by heroines and heroes lost to time.
It promises adventures for those who pay it love.
At advantage to your role, though the journey takes its toll, we shall stay hardy, friends remain while facing foes to the dungeons and the dragons we will roll at advantage.
But like it lasted a lot longer
It's
than
totally
5
fine.
minutes.
We're back.
I am also back. Hee. Okay.
We have a Sean.
Yay! Okay,
found them.
so
Hello, good evening.
We have a Sean.
yes. Okay, so let's back to the library.
You gotta
As
do
we try
Crimson and his thing first, right? 2 days ago?
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah, Robin
whatever.
and Damien.
Yeah.
Because I want to resolve that first before going forward.
Uh-huh.
Because this will determine whether or not Robin is included in this collusion or not, I believe.
Yeah, because if we're gonna be together for 2 days, and Robin's been really annoying, like
Oh, yeah.
really annoying. So
All right. So, Sean, while Bromwynn was in the other room with Freya, you were trapped in this, not trapped, but like left in this library with Robin and these 3 other cultists who seem to be paying you no mind, but Robin seems to be kind of like laser focused on you being this newcomer, now that she realizes she can't eavesdrop.
Okay, I will just like stare at like the distance, right? Like it's like I am like I will actively ignore her, not because I dislike her, but because I do not have faith that I will be able to maintain my disguise if I say anything.
amazing. What did I say earlier? I can't
Yeah, so
even
this
remember
new
what it was.
cultist,
Oh yeah. Okay.
is just- yeah.
God, going back and forth is crazy. Yeah, okay, so after Robin can't hear the door, she goes, I can't do with this thread. I'm trying so hard to multitask and it's not working. So she can't hear from the door. She'll go back to her desk that I guess they provided her, kind of like sink in and like put her arms down. So, new cultists, huh? They added new people to this area. Does that mean they're actually going to do something? Or are you reassigned to the shithole because you did something bad? Are you the reinforcements to actually get something to happen?
He's just going to stare at her and then like look away.
You have a mask on?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
No one
Otherwise,
has
this would
masks
not work.
on though, right?
It's kind of a mixed bag. A lot of them do, and a lot of them, some of them don't. Because technically, it does seem to be kind of like a part of a uniform that either some of them take way too seriously, or some of them are like, that's stupid, I'm not doing that. Like, you get, Callie, Okina, and Vale, from, the Caravan, they don't fucking wear those masks, that's fucking stupid. And, a lot of, the higher-ups, Freya,
Fearun, they don't wear masks, but that's more so that's more indicative of their station more so than like the actual uniform. But you get the idea that the higher ranked members don't wear those masks. But they're not really super strict about like who wears a mask and who doesn't wear a mask. So it's kind of like a dealer's choice.
Cares here. yeah. So she's like leaning on her desk. So are you the head honcho, or is that one the head honcho?
I'm just gonna like lean back and pretend to sleep.
I think she like sits back, has the biggest sigh, and go, "Why are the cultists so boring? Freya, why this?"
Like beneath it all, I'm like, "Fuck you, Roman. Fuck you, Roman. Fuck you, Roman."
I think Robin will grab. I'm sure there's like empty glasses everywhere on this desk because it's Robin. And pour. She's gonna take out her tankard that she has, and the liquid that's in it, she's gonna pour it into a glass, and she'll shove it over to this newcomer. She's like, "Here, you probably had a long road. At least have some sustenance. I'll leave you alone."
I will give them a nod, and I will say, "Finally."
And it's the same brew that's been in there from the talk with Freya. So I want to see what. I feel like she's been testing everyone's reaction with this brew, trying to figure out what it is.
So you just gave him whatever she's been drinking?
I feel like she's been doing that a lot with different people, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
If I am drinking this, I am nursing my sips.
Okay. Good to know.
I feel like she's been going around and brewing stuff that is like normal for people, like her teas and her beers, and then she'll sometimes slip in this to see what people's reactions are, to try and figure out what the fuck it is.
She doesn't know?
No.
Interesting.
This is interesting. Yeah, so Damien, you're used to drinking Robin's like brews and stuff. Like you're used to like little teas and her alcohols, even like the occasional like stamina boosting potion that kind of like makes you like lighten your feet. This one, as soon as it touches your tongue, you get like the taste of like sulfur in the back of your throat, and your like divine sense starts like pinging in the back of your head as like this is some sort of like fiendish concoction. And you're like, what the fuck? Robin's never done anything like this before. Like none of her brews have like made you like it's almost like you're having like an allergic reaction a little bit. Like you get like a tickle in the back of your throat as like sulfur coats your tongue, and your divine sense just like reflexively like pings without you like meaning to trigger it.
I pretend that it's just normal beer. Even though I'm like, what the fuck? What is this, like rock salt?
Yeah, it tastes awful. It looks
horrible.
like wine. Like it looks like wine. Like it looks like a rich red wine. But whenever you drink it, it's like it tastes like nothing. Like brimstone and sulfur and like smoke and like just like raw fiendish energy. You're like, what the hell?
I'm gonna just sit, not that her affected, and then continue sipping.
So you've had this one before? Is this a normal brew for the cultists?
I will say, Robin, you have been feeding this to various people, and nobody's really had a reaction to it necessarily. Damien, I will say I will make you roll a deception check just because this is really gnarly to you.
Dog shit.
Yeah.
You might as well be poisoning me right now. I'm a paladin. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. You haven't really fed this to a
Sorry,
paladin.
I had to make it spicy.
Yeah, you haven't fed this to a paladin yet, so this reaction is going to be a new thing if she does cotton on to
Thank
this.
God.
So
Robin's so bored.
yeah, I will say Damien roll a deception check, and Robin, you will roll an insight check, but it will be with disadvantage because he does have like the mask over half his face. That 20.
There's no way.
Yeah, you have
Woo,
to say that 20
insight
yourself. Yeah.
at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Bruh.
2 nat 20s, let's do it. Easy.
Oh my
God.
That's two 20s. That's
Robin's
250.
rolling tonight is something else. What on earth?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get a read on him with that mask still on, but he seems to just drink it as if it's like water.
She's gonna
Pretty much
sigh,
as well
and
as all the
I
other cultists.
think yeah, I think she's gonna sigh, and then she's going to get up and surprise this cultist. She doesn't care at this point. She's so over everyone and everything. She's going. So she's like leaning on her desk, and You sat down, or you're still standing up?
I'm just sitting down, acting like the most non-responsive guy ever.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna
Internally,
like try...
I want to kill you.
Yeah, I think she's gonna
says
try,
out loud.
and because he had to like lift up the mask to like sip it, right?
Yeah, so I'm assuming he has it like half on his face, half off, like it's just like raised up so he can like get to his mouth.
Robin's gonna like kind of shoot up to grab the glass and try and knock the mask off.
Shoot up.
I feel like she also has done this a lot with the other people. Like they all hate her.
Just to fuck up them.
Yes, she's so bored.
All right, Damien, do you fight her on this?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So
Athletics.
yeah.
But we're a wizard.
Yeah. So I'm trying to debate on how to rule this.
Dexterity saving
maybe
throw,
slide
I
it out.
assume.
I guess
Yeah,
you
I was
could.
gonna say dexterity check for you for sure. And then I guess Robin, you can do a dexterity or like a athletics. So like a sleight of hand or athletics, and then
Yeah.
same for Damien. It'd be a sleight of hand or athletics.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, I actually have a +1 to my athletics. I was not expecting that. This is never gonna work. But
Yeah. You go to reach up to knock the mask off his face, and he like grabs your wrist like faster than like you kind of expected.
y'all are also boring. Fine,
Where did you get this?
I fucking made it.
Could be better.
Sean, you should say,
I see.
I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend.
I have kids.
And she's like gonna shake the hand off. Yes, you and all your cultists seem to have the same reaction. And she'll like gingerly pour the mix back into the container, trying not to like miss a drop. Uncork it. Oh, your silly little secrets keeping hidden.
Silly little secrets.
One can never be too careful around people like you.
Like me, because I'm the problem. Because I'm the one trying to bring the dragon god back. Right. I'm the one that's the problem.
Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to bring the dragon god back?
Can I insight check this bitch?
Yeah, insight check this weird cultist from Dhampir. Go for it.
My rolls are such dog shit. Everything.
check
Well,
Damien, roll like one more like deception check.
no worries. So are mine. Should I use my last lucky for this?
I need it later.
Well, yeah, true.
I might need it
I feel like
later.
we're about to do a big jump, so.
Yeah. Robin, you're thinking like, man, these two new cultists are weird. Like, there's the one that had like an accent from like Tyranny, and this guy who's being really weird. Like, his hair's all white. Wait, his hair's all white. Who else do you have only met like one person who's like white hair, and he seems pretty young. And then right then, that's whenever Freya bursts out, like rolling her eyes at Bromwynn, sees you, and just like keeps walking. And that's whenever you did like a little wink at her.
Yeah.
But as you're having this realization, and you see kind of this Tyranny cultist kind of come out behind her, as you're kind of having this like, there's no way that's him, right? Young guy with white hair.
Robin will sit back, and then she'll put like one leg up, and then like the other leg across, like on the desk, and like lean back and look at the other cultists. So are you reinforcements too?
Are you talking to me?
Are you the new boy toy?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is you're talking about. But if it is all the same with you, I'd like to take my leave. And
because I have to give you permission?
You don't, but I was trying to be polite. That's not a courtesy I have to extend anymore.
Laugh so loud. Oh, you two are definitely not cultists. Polite? Wow.
Why does she think we're not cultists?
Because Damien rolled really bad on his deception check.
God damn it, Damien.
Yeah. And Robin's gonna like kind of like massage her thigh a little bit with her feet like up on the desk and look blatantly at them too. And then, all right, we can play that game. Let me know when you want to actually chat. And she's gonna get up, I think, and follow Freya to annoy her more.
Wait, do I realize that my cover has been blown?
Yeah, I would say, let me see. What's your like passive insight? Oh, you have like a 9. Roll a perception check just for giggles, or insight, I guess.
Perception check.
Yeah.
Or insight. Oh my fucking god! Like the.
Oh damn.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice, okay.
Hey.
Yeah, you realize you realize based on her words and like the interaction you had right before that, she had been staring directly at your bright white hair and like had a look of realization, and you have an idea that she might know exactly who you are.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say. Listen.
I think it's that plus the trying to be polite, because none of these bitches are polite. They are so.
I was not at all polite.
No, but Bromwynn was.
Yeah, Bromwynn.
I feel like that was the full trigger.
Damien stands up, and I walk beside like Bromwynn, and I say, "Listen, if you're going to like disturb us, at least bring some of that alcohol. We'll be at the northwestern tower."
Oh my god. Robin will message them back.
Yeah.
At least you got the balls. I'll bring you something. It'll be strong. Alright.
And let's have a sigh, acting exasperated and annoyed before like looking at
You
Bromwynn.
see me run out of the hall and to Freya. Hey, so is that your new boy toy?
It just lets out a long suffering sigh as you follow after her. And just to speed things up a little bit here, Bromwynn and Damien, you get in contact with the High Elf Draelmorier, who lets you know that the northwestern tower, the private room that Damien had requested, has been cleared officially. And you guys can make your way into that tower that room in that tower easy enough. Let me get you guys down to the first floor.
Bleep bloop. First
Bloop, bloop.
floor, second floor. First floor, second floor. First floor, second
Ding dong. So many tokens on this goddamn app. Okay.
No, this map is insane.
It's really struggling. Okay. So let me get. Nope. Gimme. Okay. Gimme hater. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and clear out this whole little section. Blink. Okay. Oops. Okay. That's fine. So you guys can make your way to that northwestern tower. You have to kind of go through the kitchen, here, where you see like kind of like all the cultists are, mostly hanging out. Half the tables are dedicated to like food and like eating and stuff. These really sad like bowls of like actual porridge and stuff, but it's like a really like off white gray color. It looks like there's like carrots thrown in it, and they're like, why are there carrots in my porridge? What the fuck? It's not appetizing at all. And the other half of the room in here seems to be dedicated to them sorting through treasures and putting them into new boxes that are organized by like coins, weapons, jewelry, so on and so forth. And you guys make your way into the northwestern tower easily enough, and you guys kind of come in and you see the remnants of a huge battle of many-legged enemies and the drawing blood of some bullywugs that they tried valiantly to clean up and didn't do the greatest job at doing so. But you have a private room to yourself because of Damien's really good persuasion check earlier.
Excellent.
He's very good at being persuasive, not so much at the lying. In typical paladin fashion.
And I'm finally gonna get rid of the mask. And like I'm gonna like fucking grab like a big like tankard or like a big water skin of like alcohol, and I'm gonna like shove it in my mouth. Oh, I think Robin tried to fucking poison me or some shit. What the fuck was that?
Why do you think that?
I don't know. She gave me a drink, and it was the most rancid fucking thing I have ever like put in my mouth. And I put fucking corpses in my mouth.
It is curious though that she is here and she is not part of this cult, it seems, either.
She never really gave me the impression.
One could not be too sure. However, she seems to know people in the cult, which is even more of a curiosity. DM, what day is this?
I mean, like, yeah.
The same day that
DB arrived? I was gonna say, it'd be the tail end of the first day that you guys arrived.
Okay.
So you have this tail end of this day, you'll have one more full day, and the rest of the party will probably arrive like that evening of the second day.
Okay. Wait, okay.
I think roughly-ish.
Gotcha. Okay.
But Robin, if you did want to seek them out, like everybody's starting to kind of like bed down and stuff for the evening. The kitchen's probably like clearing out more or less. So there's probably like a handful of people.
I would have tried. So I feel like she always has in reserve some very, very strong brandy. So yeah, she would definitely try and sneak in. I think she would sneak. I think she would just waddle her way through there. I feel like that's what she's been doing the whole time. And then when someone tells her no, she just bribes them with things.
Because I will say, Robin, while you've been given kind of free reign of the castle, because that's Freya's friend, as pretty much most people have come to call you, even though your relationship is anything but friendly, but everybody doesn't really know what to put it on, because it like is definitely antagonistic, but it's also kind of flirting. So they're like, yeah, it's Freya's friend. And they've kind of given you free reign of the castle, more or less. Outside of, in the northwestern tower, there are some stairs leading down into the basement, and you have been kind of like barred from going in there. You've tried going down a couple of times, and you've been kind of caught by various cultists being like, no, that's off limits. So that is something of note that kind of catches you. Whatever Damien had told you earlier, like, oh yeah, we're staying in the northwestern tower. You're like, what? I'm gonna stay in the northwestern tower. Anytime I go in there, I get dragged off. Like, not like rudely, but like pretty firmly, like, hey, you can't go down there. So you've probably tried sneaking down there a couple times and been like brought back.
Strong-armed out, yeah.
But you do know there is a room in there that outside of you being forbidden from going downstairs, you do know there is a room in the northwestern tower, and we're told to avoid it because it was full of giant centipedes. But from the sounds of it, with them saying, like, oh, we're staying in the northwestern tower, you get the idea it's probably that private room, not necessarily the downstairs area where you're forbidden from going. Which, speaking of, I probably should have like local cultist there keeping watch. Let's put him there. But I'm thinking about it. But yeah, it's easy enough to make your way to that room without being really accosted outside of this guard by their door, like, or really by these downward stairs, like keeping a very sharp eye on anybody trying to go downstairs. And
yeah, I feel like she's made her way with like the gruel being terrible. She's definitely tried like making brews to like go with the gruel to like be on people's good side. Like during dinner time, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so the stairs to go down. Okay, hold on. This map.
So you're in the kitchen
the stairs to go downstairs is here. Yes.
Yeah. So you're in the kitchen now. There's a door here, and then there is a door here. This is all like mud in this room. So the stairs to go down are like in the back corner here, and then there is also stairs to go up, kind of like. So the stairs to go down kind of go under the stairs to go up.
And they're probably upstairs, right?
Actually, let me see what's in the upstairs. I don't remember what's in the upstairs of the area. I don't think there's really anything up there. Where is RXP? Oh, you know, upstairs is where most of the cultists sleep. Like all the like generic run-of-the-mill cultists. So I will say what probably happens is Damien mentioned the southwestern tower. You probably go upstairs to where you know where like the generic like cultists are sleeping. Don't see them up there, and you're like, oh, maybe they're staying in the fucking room with the centipedes, and then you go back downstairs and then find them there.
Okay.
Because there is that room, and you probably can see that there's actual like candlelight underneath that door for once, and there usually is darkness there because you know it's the centipede room. So that probably like, kind of catches your attention as you kind of come back down the stairs, not seeing them in the like generic cultist rooms.
So they're in the centipede room?
Yes, as far as you're aware, because like that room has been dark and abandoned as long as you've been here for the past 2 days, but you actually see like candlelight coming from underneath that door for once.
Okay, is it locked?
I don't know. Is it locked? Damien and Bromwynn? I'm assuming.
No, not locked.
No?
Oh, James fell asleep.
Oh,
Oh,
We have 2 sleepers.
If Damien says no, then I
Is
guess
y'all's
no.
doors locked? Damien and Bromwynn?
I wouldn't have locked it, so it would have been Bromwynn.
Okay, she just walks in.
Oh.
Yeah, you see me unmatched.
Yeah, I figured. That seems about right.
Yep.
So, are you, did they realize that y'all are, not of the cult? There's supposed to be centipedes in here.
Yeah, you see a bunch of like dried blood and stuff all over the floor. So it looks like there was
I
some
think
sort of
y'all might get
complication.
murdered. I think you guys have been caught. I don't know what y'all. I don't understand this, but
I tell she's being genuine when she says that.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
And then I bring out the brandy and 3 mugs, and I set it down to whatever surface is closest, which is probably like this little table.
Fucking James sleeping so perfectly on stream.
I know! Sorry or anything so peaceful. I wish that's how I slept. I know for a fact that is not how I sleep.
Well, he asks, "We're cop."
What? Oh, he what?
What?
He asks, "So we're cop."
I suppose so.
All right.
I mean, have you not seen all the dried blood on the ground? I think Robin, is there centipedes around? I think she's gonna start looking under things.
Yeah, make
are we in danger here?
Yeah, you can roll. There's a series of rolls you can do. Honestly, between the 3 of you, if you want to make insight, investigation, or nature checks, you may do any of those 3, but each one may give you slightly different answers.
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. It's like second one to 9.
Oh.
Damn.
What is happening? You guys are in sync! Oh my god! That is
fucking crazy.
Oh, dude, the dice have such a story to tell.
Damien, you can do so with advantage because you rolled really high on your persuasion check with the racist elf earlier.
Alright.
Oh.
That one too.
Oh my god! What is happening? What is happening?
That ain't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you tell me I'll pass, like, fine, I'll do it.
Oh my god. Okay. God, how do I even address this? Okay. So, Robin, you know this is the centipede room. As far as you're aware, this door has been basically barred because it's just full of, like, 8-foot-long, giant fucking man-eating centipedes. If there were any centipedes still in this room, you would see them because they're 8-foot-long fucking centipedes. And you look around this room and you get the pretty good idea that they are not in here anymore. And Damien, you also kind of clock this, like you seeing the blood on the floor is proof that there were giant man-eating centipedes in here, but they have been slain. And possibly a couple of bullywugs killed in the process as well, because there's a lot of blood. And Robin, with that insight check specifically, if the cultists were trying to kill them by putting them in this room, they wouldn't have, like, Bromwynn and Damien don't have a single scratch on them, so you get the idea that they hadn't been sent into the room while the centipedes were in here. If the cultists want to get rid of them, they probably would have just sent the 2 of them into this room with the centipedes still in here and had them try and fucking clear it out themselves. And it looks like they had specifically cleared out this room of centipedes for the 2 of them to reside in themselves. So you get the idea this is actually probably the opposite, and they're actually getting kind of somewhat special treatment by being put in this room as opposed to being with the rest of the cultists. Like, not like, you know, central tower with the purple, where's the purple, you know, like they're not like up there with, like, you know, the top dogs, but they have been giving their own personal room separate from the rest of the cultists, so you do get the idea that there is some, like, the opposite, where there's, like, some preferential treatment being given to them for some reason. And Bromwynn, you look down and you just see blood all over the floor. You're like, oh god, this is the room where they go to kill people.
No.
I think Robin sits down, pours herself a glass, looks over at Damien, looks at him since he's taking his mask off in the eye, pours him a glass, puts it down, picks her glass up. Cheers. We're all gonna fucking die here. And, like, she shoots it. Well, I don't know. Like, Are you cultists? Are you not cultists? I'm very confused by your adventures, I suppose.
I'm just a man trying to save his ex.
Wow, so am I.
Oh,
Maybe not. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm also confused.
what are you doing? Are you part of the cultists or not?
No. I don't know how to get out of here, okay? I came in, I took the spot of the person that your whole entourage was trying to kidnap. So, as the good Samaritan that I am, I wormed my way in so they would kidnap more innocent people.
I'll message
And
Damien.
I can't leave.
I'll message Damien when she says that. This could be a good opportunity to learn more about the insights of this cult, as I mentioned before. Perhaps tomorrow evening, whenever the rest of the party gets here, on the left side of the tower, you should take her there.
What left side? Like, I point upstairs.
No. I'll message him again. No, I told
Now that they're messaging,
Lyanna Crimson.
You're making
and-
very intense eye contact with each other.
I told Lyanna Crimson and Hiro to meet us on the left side of the castle tomorrow evening. They will be arriving then. Take Robin with you and meet them there.
I think Robin's gonna pick the cup, the extra cup that doesn't have anything in it, and she's gonna throw it at one of them. I don't know who she's gonna throw it at, but
Yeah, like, David is gonna go like, why aren't we saying this out loud?
what? Aren't you saying whatever it is out loud?
If you would like a way out of this cult, then tomorrow evening, just follow my friend here.
Do I recognize their voice out there and they're saying normal things?
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you taken your mask off, Bromwynn, now that you're in the privacy of this room, or do you still have that on?
No, I would have kept mine on. I'm
okay.
deep in the shit right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, now that they've dropped the accent and you see Damien, you get the idea that this is definitely
Same.
Bismarck
Yeah.
slash.
Okay, then the glass definitely would have been thrown at him. For sure. Yeah.
Make an attack roll, so straight like D20. You roll, you can add like your strength or your dexterity depending on
What, her like -1 strength?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To make it like a straight roll, improvised weapon.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Oh! Yeah!
And she has a +1 strength, so that's a 20.
Yeah, dirty 20. Just is it like glass or is it like just like a metal like
Just like a
goblet
wooden
or-
mug, like whatever
mug?
was left
Yeah.
here in this place. She had collected cups to be able to like serve people drinks. So
Mhm. Yeah, it's probably like a little like wooden mug. You just like throw it at him and nail him right between the eyes.
I'll raise an eyebrow if she does that. Is there a
that was when
reason
y'all
that-
were messaging back and forth, though,
Oh.
to get y'all to stop talking, doing
Okay.
that. So yeah, that's all that was.
Okay,
And then you talked to her, so like it figured it. But yeah, they would have been thrown at you for sure.
gotcha.
So over
And
it.
it collapses off the mask.
Yeah. Because I think it's like a negative to damage. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
probably would have happened. You like she just nailed you in between the eyes, but it wouldn't do any damage because of the mask. And then Damien being
Yeah.
like, "Why aren't we saying this out loud?"
Yeah, that.
I see. Yeah. Right. You're saying that, like,
I think she'll like lean over to Bromwynn. No one is nice here. There is no courtesy. Keep that in mind as you're trying to role play through this terrain. Be a dick.
Well,
You've always been one.
lucky for you, we won't have to be role-playing much longer. I will say, outside, once you make it to the left side of the castle, you'll meet my companions, and we will be doing an attempt on this castle. If that is not what you're here for, then you best stay out of the sight and in the shadows.
Oh, I am so ready to blow up this castle.
Um,
I don't know what your reasons are, but yeah, let's fuck some shit up, shall we?
Someone got rejected by their ex.
Damn.
till then, perhaps it's best we don't all get seen together, considering apparently eyes are on us, and you're going around screaming we're not in a cult. Perhaps you could have a little more discretion until tomorrow evening.
I scream that at every person I see, so...
Very well.
Everyone hates and loves me at the same time, because everyone's so bored.
Tomorrow evening, like I said, my friend will find you, and we will escort you out to the castle to the rest of our companions. Till then, let's try to keep somewhat of a low profile, if we can.
Don't you want to find the horde before we get rid of it?
The horde is not our concern. The people collecting it are.
Are there any good points of interest around this castle before we enact our plan?
I don't know what your plan is. All you said is you have more people coming.
We're going to kill every cultist in this castle.
Oh. Well, that's anticlimactic.
What were we expecting?
I don't know. I actually have no idea why you guys are here. Other than you're here for some sort of vengeance.
We just said.
That you're here to destroy the cultists?
Yes, I think that's a rather good
So you're
reason
such
to
a
show
good
up.
do-gooder Samaritan on the rise of the do-gooder Samaritan enterprise.
I would say destroying a cult with the intent of raising a evil goddess straight from the hells to destroy the realm is a rather do-gooder thing to do. But
Yes,
What the fuck
that's
is an
every
enterprise?
child in Baldur's Gate's ambition.
I'm not sure where the hostility comes from us doing a good thing. You are more than welcome to join us tomorrow evening, and you know
My
our
hostility
intentions.
doesn't come from doing a good thing. My hostility comes that you have been keeping secrets since the day I met you, and now we're all in this madness together, and you're still keeping secrets from me.
I don't know what other secrets we can tell you. You're fully aware of what we have to say.
So you're not from another cultist trying to upend this cult so you can take over. You're not thieves trying to get the horde so you can keep for yourselves.
You know everything you need to know now. Just being here longer
I know
just draws
everything
out.
you want me to know now.
There's not. Being here longer than needs to be, just arguing and bickering over really small things at the moment that do not exist, is doing nothing but drawing more attention to why you are here talking to us, considering they are already kind of wary of us at the moment. Do you mind just tomorrow evening following my friend outside the castle, and then we can enact the plan that we have already disclosed to you? There does not need to be any more hostilities. If you do not want to do that, then don't.
No. And she's going to walk out the door.
You leave the bottle.
She'll leave the bottle. She'll leave it all.
Appreciate it.
Oh, she'll like walk out, slam the door, open the door. Don't kill Rhea. She's for me to send to hell. Smiles.
There's a
and
thumbs
closes the
up.
door.
Sure. And then I look at Bromwynn, who's Rhea again.
It doesn't matter. Like I said, tomorrow evening, just escort her to the rest of the party. I have some things with the lizard folk I have to disclose, but I will meet you there shortly after you arrive.
We are going to help the lizard folk, right?
Yes, we do intend on helping the lizard folk.
Good. By the way, unrelated to everything, I pull out the fucking badge. I pull out the Harper pin.
Oh.
And he sort of looks like he looks at the Harper pit, and he looks back at him, and he says, "Why are you doing all of this?"
I'll close the Harper pin in his hand because it's the right thing to do.
Oh.
Don't touch me. He says, but he smiles.
I'll roll my eyes.
He smiles. You're still an asshole, but at least we're gonna agree on that. How much do you think this sells for?
Don't know if you could put a price on something that's quite literally priceless.
50 gold it is. I think there's a pawn shop in the swamp nearby.
Maybe once we get out.
I'm gonna buy an order of the gauntlet pin with this Harper pin. That'd be really sick.
Oh my god, that'd be so
They
fucking
don't have
stupid.
pins, they just give us this really big great swords. I pull out my bag of holding and reveal the giant great sword. See, like, pins are more convenient. What the fuck is this?
I'll smirk again. Damien, I need you to understand how important tomorrow is. Please.
What?
It is going to be very dangerous. I don't trust Robin, however, I do think that she does have unique knowledge in regards to insights of this cult that will be beneficial to our group. Can you just make sure that she makes it to Lyanna Crimson?
Miss Wells. Well, considering how she's like, I'm not sure I can make sure that, like, she won't lose, like, a finger or a piece of hair or something. But Pillow. Honestly, I'd be more worried about the cultists here than anyone. You've seen how I fight.
I think, actually, if everything has gone according to plan, I hope tomorrow goes as smoothly as it possibly can. There's nothing more we can do now but wait.
You have me and Robin in this plan, it probably isn't.
I'll lay down to go to bed as he says that. And wait for tomorrow.
I will aura farm. I will aura farm, grab my blanket, right? And then, like, wrap myself around the blanket and sleep on top of the door.
Word. Stupid.
Yeah, I will say the door's a lot cleaner than the beds are. These beds are fucking gnarly.
Okay, I'll sleep on, like, against the wall then, on the floor.
Yeah, I was gonna say the beds are fucking nasty because they have been the home of wild animals for who knows how long, and they have only just been held and cleaned out, not very thoroughly. None of the furniture was really taken care of in the clearing of this room.
Wait, I have the exact thing for this. I pull out my cleansing stone. You find this.
Clean out all the sheets, yeah.
You find this rock with mystical sigils with it, and its one purpose is to remove dirt and grime from garments.
Nice.
Yeah, you can clean the beds pretty easily. It takes a little bit of time. It's like, you know, the size of like your fist. So you have to like basically run this. It's like basically like a magic erase marker. Like because you're like kind of dragging it along the blanket. It's like cleaning it like in a snail trail. So it takes you a minute, but you can clean off all the blankets. You can match it pretty easily with it. It just takes some time.
I will say, Damien will make sure to like tidy up and clean up both beds before sleeping.
All right. Well, if he does that, then I'll sleep on a bed if it's nice now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now tomorrow, the day
the next day comes.
I will wait somewhat till the evening when it's time for like Robin to meet up with Damien again. Just sort of like probably doing the things I was telling you, like getting the things up there with what's his name? Snapjaw. Snapjaw. Get like that I'd already mentioned before. You were gone.
Talking about like the barrels and stuff.
Yeah, the barrels, fire one. I would say I would add one thing, like after like Damien and Robin were out, since we've had this interaction now. Once Damien and Robin were out, that he needs to like keep an eye and make sure that they're still available for Bromwynn, and then follow them out. Once they're out, then it's good.
Wait, how the fuck am I gonna deal with the drakes?
You don't have to deal with the drakes. You go past. You don't.
Yeah, there's like a door here and then a door over here.
Okay.
This one here is like barred with like planks and stuff, so this door is not accessible technically.
I see.
So you have to like kind of go through the kitchen. It's a little bit of a roundabout way, but you don't have to deal with them. But was there anything you were wanting to do during the day before evening comes and your companions?
Nope.
arrive?
I am ready for the night. I'm
Okay.
ready for this.
Okey
I've done all my
dokey.
plans.
Yep.
My
You can get with
schemes.
Snapjaw, you lay the barrels, and then you can find Robin in the evening as people are starting to bed down.
Well, I find the 3 girls.
Okay.
I will say, Robin, all day long, has been a nuisance to as many people as she can to get everyone irritated, so no one's thinking clearly.
Hey, roll a How should I roll?
Like,
how,
she's been
how do I roll
casting
an
Unseen
annoyance
Servant
check?
and Mage Hand to, like, knock shit over and, like, make it really annoying for people.
I guess
Like, she's been an
persuasion
absolute menace.
Yeah, I guess
Just to
Just
get everyone's, like, annoyed.
roll
so they're not
roll a
thinking clearly.
charisma check and add your proficiency modifier. I don't know if you have like proficiency in like persuasion. You can just roll that, but
+2 to persuasion.
so yeah, you can just roll like a charisma check and then add your proficiency modifier. Because I feel you're proficient in annoying people. You've tailored that art.
How do you know?
It should be a +3, I think. Let me double check.
I forget where you find it.
The tippy top. Yeah, it's +3. So whatever
saw
your
already
charisma
because it was
is,
funny.
and then +3.
You mean you re-roll that as charisma then?
Oh, well, you did perception, by the way.
Well, I did I did do perception. Hold on.
Well, it's okay. Then just go ahead and roll just a general charisma check.
Oh, my persuasion is a +5. I am proficient in it.
Okay, well, there you go. Then just do that.
Well, okay.
14. Yeah. I mean, you've been pestering people all fucking past 2 days, or 3 days at this point. So that kind of used to your antics a little bit, but it doesn't mean it's not effective.
Okay.
Like, they have grown used to you, but they are still annoyed by you, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like a full-on, like, riot in here, but there are some people who are, like, short fuses, so.
Yeah. The whole idea is to make people just, like, frantic a little bit.
Alright. So, you've been doing that all day. Bromwynn's been coordinating with Snapjaw. And then Damien, you find Callie, Okina, and Vale as they're probably kind of like getting ready to go to bed. And you're like kind of like looking for Robin, and you see those 3 kind of like at the kitchen table, kind of like finishing up their like meal for the evening.
I sit down, right?
They kind of like sit up a little straighter whenever you sit down with them.
Do they recognize me?
I'd say from your display earlier with like Dremel Rare and stuff, like they've probably like cottoned on like you are definitely the same person, yeah. Like, I think they probably recognized you from your white hair from the very jump.
I need you to be honest with me. Why did you join the cultists? The cult? This isn't an interrogation. I just want honesty.
Let's see. You can roll a persuasion check with advantage.
24.
All right. Let's see. Vale kind of is like the first to speak up. The gnome who had been kind of like their like guard during the caravan. And she kind of like sits back, crossing her arms. She's like, I mean, honestly, it was a quick buck starting out, but I mean, money just keeps flowing in. There's not really any reason for me to leave. She kind of looks over at the other two. And you see the two of them was like, well, whenever we left the Wildwood, similar to Vale here, we were kind of struggling to find some work. We happened across, who would they have stumbled across? Yeah, we stumbled across Fearun, and he was needing some assistance. Needed to hire a lot of people really quickly, and I mean, couldn't really turn down the amount of money that he was offering, and now we're here. I mean, we've always been kind of outcast in our circles, and you see Allie kind of like touches the side of her face where she has like this big scar across her face, and she's like, yeah, I mean, at this point it's more about just having somewhere to belong.
Do you feel like you belong here? Honestly, like, because if you ask me, you guys really do not look like you belong here. No offense.
Yeah, and they kind of like sit there like taken aback a little bit at first. Like they think like you're like questioning like their loyalty and like oh my god, this was a test all along, before like Vale kind of cottons on first, and she kind of like looks around and sees all these cultists like all wearing masks with like these very dour expressions. Kind of looks over at like Callie and Okina, who've been kind of like giggling into their drinks maybe like a few minutes prior. She's like, I mean, he kind of like leans forward. Like, I mean, maybe not necessarily with like these clerics and like paladins of this organization, but I mean, we wouldn't have found the three like each other like without this organization. We found belonging in each other, not necessarily with these yahoos.
He kind of like pauses. There's a bit of like an understanding before like he says, I'll say this once. Leave before tomorrow evening.
Kind of all share a look and kind of look back at you. Let's see.
There are things that are hidden from you and are not worth the gold you might get per se. Especially when you've already found each other.
Yeah, you see like Callie and Okina, both like the two like elven girls, kind of like start getting like a little offended before Vale kind of like puts like a hand on their like elbow and just like she kind of shakes her head before kind of giving you like a keen look. And you know, like from the caravan, Vale had always been the one kind of like taking point on a lot of like the situation and encounters that happened during the caravan, like when you guys were attacked by the trolls, like she was the one kind of like protecting those two. Whenever that bard had died, like she had been one of the first people to run into that tent along with Robin. And you see she like, while like Okina and Callie, they're like both like, you know, like grown elven women, so they could be like over 100 years old. You see that they have not been like super experienced in the world, as opposed to Vale, with also being a gnome and having that kind of youthful expression. There is like some like wisdom in her eyes, and you get the idea that she maybe is a little bit more like wise to the world, and kind of is like picked up on what you're throwing down. And she's like, honestly, we'd probably leave tonight. And you see, like, both of them, like, the two girls, like, look at her, like, what? Tonight? And she's like, I think he's right. And she's going to, like, reach over to one of the tables that has, like, a bunch of, like, coins and jewelry. She's going to slide it into her bag surreptitiously without anybody really noticing. And she's like, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Make sure to give yourself a dragon sword before you do.
You see Callie kind of like grabs like one off the table.
They will not. Trust me, we will not have enough time to find you. I know what it's like to have found people that you can call your family, and I know what it's like to be scared of losing them.
Yeah, the girls who've been kind of like nicking stuff off the table, kind of like giggling to each other, kind of like get a little bit more somber whenever you say this, and they kind of give a nod. And Vale kind of turns to the other two girls, and it's like, so do we want to go to Neverwinter, or do we want to go east? And they're like, I mean, Neverwinter just had a giant volcano explosion. I don't think I want to go to Neverwinter. And Vale's like, okay, east it is. And you see the three girls actually head kind of towards like the chambers that you guys have been staying at. And if you do want to like just look and see where they're kind of going, you actually realize that they are heading downstairs, where there's been like a guard kind of posted, kind of gives them, the three of them, a nod as they head down the stairs into the basement.
So there's an exit there.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
It's deeper into the castle. And you can go find Robin at that point.
Yeah, Robin's doing her thing, being annoying.
Yep.
Is this like the evening, like when he's escorting
Yeah,
her
this is
out?
probably like going into evening. It's like dinner time, going into evening time. Like it's like the sun is starting to set and all that.
Okay. I'll find Damien as he goes off to find Robin. And I'm moving here. Before you go find Robin. And I'll give him the parchment I was writing down, and I will just say, now go find Robin. This is for after the assault. These are plans that I have discovered. I think I should entrust them to give you. I have some things I have to finish up here, and I will meet you outside in order to start the assault on the castle.
The abstract art? Okay.
Make sure just whenever you get to Lyanna and Crimson that you have this, okay?
I'm gonna hide it in my bag of holding.
Alright. And then I will let him go find Robin.
I'm gonna miss the rest of our party.
No.
Why'd we split up again?
Wait, what? Oh, why'd we split up again?
Yeah. I
To
think
try
we
to
were
save your
trying to
girlfriend?
avoid being tracked by Robin.
Yeah.
With all five of us showing up. But
Look what happened.
all going to where she was anyway, so.
All's well and ends well.
Yep.
Well, it hasn't ended yet, so.
Is he able to escort Robin out?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you could probably find, like, Robin, like, flicking, like, some of this porridge at the face of, like, one of the random cultists. He's like, oh, fuck, he's just gonna leave. She's like her spoon and she's like flicking food like fucking middle school cafeteria with a spoon.
Yeah. Robin's been
Like, hey.
a menace.
He's gonna try to like stop her from doing that. He's like, and you don't do that.
Why? You're about to kill him, alright?
Yeah, but like we don't waste food.
Oh, trust me, we waste this food. We don't waste good food.
I grab a fingerful, put it in my mouth, and I'm like, touche. All right, let's go grab the rest of our party.
Alright. Am I part of your party?
I was like, I don't know, I don't care. Do you want to be? Lyanna seems to really like you.
Not after tonight, she won't. Trust me.
No?
So it's Lyanna? Oh, she wouldn't know.
Ah,
that.
shit.
She doesn't know who's in the party yet. Hold on. Never mind, back it
No,
up.
I will
Too
say that.
meta.
I will say that accidentally. I will say that accidentally is like, ah, shit.
Yeah, but I don't know who's in your party. Well, I guess so I do. Because y'all all came together.
Like whatever Damien.
But I already know it's Lyanna because
Well-
someone said it before she left, before Robin left. So
Yeah, because Bromwynn said Lyanna, and then they had like made a joke like, "Oh, it's because you got a Lee on your hands" or something like
Yeah,
that.
Lyanna hands.
It's Lyanna hands or something like
Yeah.
that. And like at the time, they had rolled really high in their deception, but as soon as Damien says something, they're like, "Oh, motherfucker, that's what he was talking about."
Yeah.
He probably put two together. They're like, "That motherfucker." But yeah, Damien Bromwynn kind of tells you like outside of the castle by the front gates is where everybody should be kind of like gathering up.
All my
as
lizards.
Bromwynn has like run off to go find the lizard folk.
Yeah, I will tell Snapjaw, like, you know, like now's the time to also meet them outside the gates as well. To the left of the gates.
The Snapjaw to meet them there,
The lizards, like, yeah, now's the time.
or all the lizards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
And
wait. I would have clarified and asked this. When you mean the left tower, you mean this? Which one do you mean?
I would have specified what the left of the castle.
Yeah, left of the front gate, which would be like right here ish, like over by the huts.
Alright. Time to go.
Okay. And I will say this. So, as the lizards are leaving, and I know that Damien and Robin have had enough time, like, the lizards have left too, right?
Yeah, they start like slowly trailing out. It takes a minute to kind of get them all organized because they were kind of getting ready to go to bed. And they're like, "What? Why have to go outside?" But you do get.
I
a chunk of
will.
them.
As that happens, I am going to light my arrow on fire and just start trying to fire as many of the barrels as I can from inside the courtyard.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Easy enough to do. While you're doing that, let me have Damien and Robin with their roleplay with Lyanna, Crimson, and Hiro, and then we'll probably be wrapping up soon.
Team 2.
But just so we can have everybody meet up, so next session everybody will be together. So we'll just have this little Damien and Robin come out of the castle and see Hiro, Crimson, and Lyanna in their little cultist disguises, just outside the front gate. While I
Realizing that everyone recognizes me from my white hair, I will wear a hood this time.
I think the moment that Robin sees Crimson, she's probably gonna throw something at her. I don't know what. Because are we outside?
Yeah, I was gonna say they were like just outside the front gate, so like not too far.
Oh, then she's definitely grabbing like a fistful of mud and throwing it at Crimson.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Crimson?
She's so mad.
Yeah.
Damien's like, are these the infidels planning to besiege the castle?
Jesus.
I say as I point my flaming blade at them.
I think Robin might elbow you in the ribs.
Ow, what the fuck? I'm trying to have a moment.
Well,
Cynthia, I think
no,
you muted.
we're over your moment. There's a giant moment about to happen.
You could have had
What
me
is
like
even happening?
We're trying to siege a castle.
Yeah.
And as soon as I'm done with my moment,
You're
like, I
muted,
kinda, like,
Cynthia. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh shit, I've been muted for like 15 minutes.
Oh no!
No!
Oops, sorry. Yeah, Damien pointed a blade at me and I just like squinted my eyes and I'm just like,
Probably go. Yeah. And then probably throws a mud pie. Probably misses. We don't even have to roll for it because she's a wizard. There's no way.
Y'all know, y'all know inherently it's us even in our masks and stuff.
Well, I think Damien's already told her.
Bromwynn told Damien and Robin that you guys would be waiting here.
Yeah.
And most of the cultists stay inside the castle. They don't really hang outside. So I will say, even though you're in cultist disguises and none of like the bullywugs or lizard folk are really paying you any mind, you do kind of stand out a little bit, just because you're cultist.
And I think Robin's kind of put 2 and 2 together. So
Oh yeah, she's put all of the 2 and 2. Like maybe she's throwing it at Hiro instead of Crimson or something. But like I feel like she's after the trauma of the night before she left, she's figured out y'all's heights or something.
Yeah,
like,
she's figured out the height.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Just features.
So would we recognize as Damien pointing a sword at us?
We would.
I think eventually.
I mean, the sword, probably. Like, he has a flame tongue rapier. It's not a very common weapon. So,
Well,
like,
I'm gonna
covered in flames.
I'm gonna look at Hiro and I'm gonna be like, we'll give you all 30 minutes. And she's walking away.
Well, hey, wait.
Damn, now you did it.
I think Robin looks over to Damien. So, are we sieging the castle? Because it doesn't seem like they're down for it.
All right, and I'm going to cut back to Bromwynn really quick, because let's see. So it was all the doorways, right, Brandon? Specifically, okay. All right. So let me adjust some of these tokens really quick inside the castle before we start this little thing that you were doing here. This, okay. Let's see. So as you are lighting these, let's see. Let's put some little flames here. Beam, beam, beam.
Okay. Are you ready?
Beam. Probably wouldn't be able to get one there. Okay. So rapid fire, you're able to shoot a lot of, let's see, 4 barrels immediately. And arrows on fire, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Any creatures within 10 feet? I had to Google how these barrels worked. So let me just... Okay. You shoot these barrels, arrows on fire. Takes a second for the catch because it is pretty damp and humid in here. Before, outside the castle, you guys hear 4 consecutive explosions, rapid fire. And let's see. We have a couple of cultists that just immediately die.
Let's go.
It's working.
There's a couple of bullywugs in here that die. Let's say she dies too. Let's go with that. Oh, okay. She got caught with some of the shrapnel. Bum bum bum. All right. And then I am going to have, actually, let's say just for giggles, because the lizard folk know that Drail Moraire likes to hang out here with this like little barrel that he kind of leans against, and it looks like they have replaced that barrel with an explosive barrel.
Or fire. Yay!
Yeah, just for funsies.
Why not?
For funsies. These little bullywugs that he'd been yelling at.
Dead.
Get hit. Okay. And then I have to roll 7d10 on this guy. Oh, it's a d6, not d10. My bad.
Jesus. I was like,
That'd be a lot.
That would be a lot.
It's still a lot, but I rolled really low on the damage. Boo. Okay. 16. Okey-dokey. Oh, hello. That's all I wanted. Okay. Alrighty. Boop, boop, boop. And then with those consecutive explosions, just rapid fires, you shoot this arrow quickly, before anybody catches on to what's happening, as they're kind of like half the people here are like kind of getting ready for bed. We are going to start next session by rolling initiative.
Oh,
shit. It's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. Here we go.
I know.
We got this. This is gonna be easy.
We got
Go team.
Yes.
Go team.
Sorry, it was a little bit slow for half of our party here, but we're now all
We're together finally.
cheers together now.
There wasn't
all made sense.
that we could do, so it's like it wasn't really a big
Okay.
deal.
I do hate to say it, but I will be out of town next Friday.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I
Wait.
forgot.
Sucks. Okay. All right,
I
well,
will be
wanna say
at
bye.
Ari's parents' house. Bye.
Wake up!
Protect the wizard!
Let's go on an adventure.
Lyanna!
Woo!
Have you seen my sword?
Someone find my sword! Can you feel it calling? It whispers in the breeze.
An ancient sword of siren shivers in the trees.
A shanty sung by heroines and heroes lost to time.
It promises adventures for those who pay it love.
At advantage to your role, though the journey takes its toll, we shall stay hardy. Friends remain while facing foes to the dungeons and the dragons we will roam. At